yourselves in the
Oh.
beginning, like after I do? Live.
Gaboosh.
Hello! Welcome to D&D night. We shall have lots of fun. There shall be shenanigans involved. I am Amber. I am your DM for the evening, your dungeon master. And these are the players. We've got Nathan,
Hello.
Ian,
Hello there.
Jaden, Drew,
Hello.
and Zach as Captain Pizza Fairy.
Y'all should know who I am by now.
Right. Okay. So this campaign is going to be a sort of gothic horror spooky vibes. We're going real deep into this stuff. So, I shall give a brief introduction of your setting. Deep in the Kinderdare Mountains, in the high northeast of Faerun, our five adventurers find themselves in the town of Belmare. It is a quaint little mountain village with a few shops and a duke to oversee it all. The overall feeling of the town is joyous and serene. It's the green season here, meaning the trees are all getting their leaves. Flowers are flourishing, and there's a warm breeze around them. Villagers have a saying, "The light of Lathander shines upon us all." It is nightfall in the Silver Sword Inn. There are 5 guests asleep in their beds, tucked away for the evening. The first guest we will peer upon is Memento Valediction, more often called Val. Jaden, if you will describe your character, please. If you need another minute, that's perfectly fine. We have a handy little chat box so that y'all can. And I will also be reading her post out loud. That way everyone is on the same page. All right. Memento is a 4'9" warm pink tiefling with fuchsia pink eyes, black hair with a reddish tint. Her horns are short, black, and forward setting. She wears decorated leather armor adorned with patchwork fabric and tons of tied-off clothes of different types. Her belt has a myriad of bird skulls, and her rapier is worn and beaten. Clearly a second-hand weapon. Beautiful. You are asleep right now. Your mind seems to be foggy with nightmares this evening. Most of them you won't remember upon waking, but there is one that will stick. You're in a void. Behind you, a piano softly plays. What would you like to do? Alright, Memento will turn to face the music. You see in the darkness a woman in a pale blue dress. She appears to be glowing. The melody she plays is soft and melancholy. As you approach, she stops playing. Is there anything you would like to? Is that what she's saying? Okay. How about we put like little quotation marks around them? That way we know. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Um, the woman stops playing her piano, slowly turns towards you. Where her eyes once were are now empty sockets, and across her throat is a gaping wound. The front of her dress is stained red with blood. She sighs and goes back to playing with a small smile. and you are now awake. Right. It is your morning, Val. Is there anything you would like to do? Memento stretches and stands quickly. Better to feel the rush of blood. Yes, you have had quite a night. On to our next patron of the Silver Sword Inn. Drew, would you like to describe your character?
Hello. I am Giuseppe the Skeleton. I am 5'9". I have no skin or meat to these bones. I'm adorned in fur trappings. One would think he was a druid if you didn't know any better, with a dire wolf skin for his hat. He's often seen wielding either a frying pan or a wand, or both. The wand is kind of purplish wood with some gold filigree in the shape of tentacles across it. He would likely be sitting in a chair staring into space, because being a skeleton boy, he cannot sleep.
Okay. Perfect. Great introduction, Drew. So, Giuseppe is sitting in his chair, thinking. His mind seems to be wandering. And as it wanders, he gets a bad feeling in his bones that something is about to happen. It's almost like he sees visions in his mind, some symbols, if you will. Some perhaps he knows, and others he isn't sure of, but one seems to stand out. It is a red diamond with a green eye in the center.
Do I recognize this symbol?
Make a history check, the first check of the game.
Oh snap!
Oh, snap.
I was about to say, we haven't
Oh,
even gotten through
shit.
all
Oh,
the
shit.
characters yet, and we're now getting to a roll.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yep,
That's gonna be 11.
11.
Right in
So
the middle.
you have a feeling that this is an older god, a more powerful god. You can't quite place the name. You think it might start with either an I or an L, but it's one of those, like, it's almost like right in the back of your mind. It's just itching back there, but you can't quite remember what it is.
Understood. I would probably spend what my morning trying to suss out if I could remember where that symbol's from.
Yeah, while you are sussing out the symbol, there's a strange smell under your bed.
Oh no.
I
don't know.
think
Do you
bones
have
could
a nose that can
defecate.
smell?
I believe I have the ability to. Well,
Does it
I
say
don't have
something
anything
like,
that says I can't smell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you do have a skull, and the olfactory sensors are like deep in the skull. So I mean, like, say you
We're
can
gonna
smell.
assume I can smell.
Well, you'll have all your senses. You're a magical skellyman. It's
I was
fine.
about to say, he's a walking,
Oh,
talking
wait,
skeleton.
I don't
think
have
that's
a
the least of our
nose.
problems.
Oh wait, I don't have a nose. Yeah, it's like that. I yeah, I would investigate, but probably I would draw that symbol on something just so that I don't lose it.
Okay, yeah. Uh, you probably have like a pen and parchment around. You can really sketch it out real quick. It's a very simple symbol.
But then yes, I would peer under the bed for what this rank.
You find a bottle covered in moss. Smells of rot and decay.
Does it have any labeling?
It does not. It is covered in moss with some barnacle. Like
But-
maybe a little starfish somewhere.
Gonna give her a loose jiggle. There's still anything in there?
It sounds like there is, yes.
Worm. Alright.
You gotta take a little sippy sip.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of, yeah, I'm gonna take me a little sippy sip. Like, mysterious bottle of loose liquid? Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
Alright, so you open it up. As you tilt the bottle back, you are smacked in the face with a piece of paper.
Oh, okay. I would like to unfurl this paper.
It reads, "The god of dread slowly marches forward."
Okay, you're not playing music on the stream or anything, but I'm playing music for myself in the background, and it just got super eerie, and it timed perfectly with that. Like,
Does
not
that-
even joking, that was the perfect ambiance fit, and it was like, perfect.
Does the note upon reading it trigger any memories? Or would I recall a god of dread?
You do recall a god of nightmare.
Interesting.
Yes, you recognize that he is the god of nightmares and terror and fear. However, you still cannot place that name.
Word. I take
Oh.
these new pieces of knowledge possibility and I get ready to learn me a thing.
All right, how are you gonna learn you a thing?
I think I'd probably start by poring over the lore book that I have, and if I
Yeah.
don't find anything there, I'll tackle the town and see if there's something local that I can. But I'll start by looking through my own notes to see if I am able to like drudge up the symbol or the ominous bottle note. I do take the bottle though. That bottle's mine now.
Oh my god. Okay. Our next patron. Our next patron. Zach, please describe your character.
I'm a 5'10" human. You know, long, shoulder length, dark brown hair, stubble. Adorned in just simple traveler's leathers and a green cultist cloak.
Fashion. Alright. It is the dead of night. You are performing a ritual, one that is supposed to bring safe travels. You have been journeying throughout these mountains, and people have been warning you of your destination, a village called Elswood. You are praying to the old god, but you feel a hand older.
The colder?
What?
It kind of like trailed off at the very end of your sentence, and I couldn't hear exactly what you said.
You feel a hand on your shoulder.
Okay, I thought you said you feel a hand colder.
No,
And that got really confusing for a second.
you feel just a hand colder.
Well, goddamn.
Hand.
Guess I better look at it.
Yep.
Or glance to my shoulder where I feel the hand.
Well, you glance to your shoulder and you don't see anything. But you still feel it. You still feel the pressure, and it is cold. Then you feel one on the other shoulder. And on your neck. On your leg. Slowly your whole body is just being enclosed in hands.
I'm not liking this.
I was about to say, I need to call mom bad touch.
Boundaries.
Pick you up and
damn.
shake you.
No,
Like, ask
don't
for
touch me
consent.
there.
I've really got to think about this for a second. Because I don't really have anything I can do other than to figure out if that's my patron just fucking with me.
What do you do? What are your
Say it cut out again, but luckily I was able to ascertain what you were saying.
Yeah, what are your actions?
Uh,
Sorry, I guess I gotta speak up a little bit. Jaden says my
Is
no-no
this-
square is approximately as long as my rapier's reach.
We love boundaries.
We do. Boundaries are good. They're healthy.
Arcana check, maybe?
Yeah, to see if it's your patron communicating with you.
Yeah. Although I don't remember what I did with my dice, so I'm going to have to do this through D&D Beyond.
How did you lose them already?
I'm
You
stupid, okay? But I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 15. Okay. So you feel like something is warning you. Like this is some sort of premonition in a way. Some deity is trying to connect, warn you of an imminent danger.
Got it. So not my patron, but something
Not
else.
necessarily your patron.
I'm not going to resist.
You give in to the tight grip that surrounds your body. Suddenly, everything goes black. Suddenly, you're awake and you're in room.
Neat. Not dead.
Not dead. All right. On to our next guest, Silver Sword Inn. Nathan, would you like to describe your character?
So, in the end room, there is a figure standing there, just in the middle of the room. He is both bronze colored and made of bronze. He's 3 foot nothing, and quite obviously is very heavily built. This is Crank Handle, the auto gnome. And seeing as how as he is a non-living creature, like Giuseppe, he also does not need to sleep, and so he's currently in power down mode.
Very good. Very nice. All right. So, Crank Handle is sitting motionless that you were kindly given in, despite being a robot. You have a lock of hair in one hand, and in the other, a strange pendant that a town person had given you to guide them. The
Mhm.
pendant has a green field with a rising sun above it. And when they gave it to you, they said, "May the Lord of Light show you the way."
Well, that was awful nice of him.
Yeah. One that's not awful.
Mm-hmm.
As you begin to power up in the morning, you're looking to the pendant kindly gave you, and it almost begins to morph. The hills are starting to change into letters, and it says, "She shall be found." But almost as fast as they appeared, they're gone.
Gasp.
Um, I look at the pendant for a moment as it does this, and then I close my hand around it, and then I stick both the pendant and the lock of hair inside my chest compartment. I stand up fully, uh, ready to go on, and I say, "Well, young miss, I'll come find you soon."
Very
Adorable.
all right.
Thank
And
you.
our final guest in the Ian, please introduce your character.
So, I'll give the description and then I'll tell you where he is right now because I have a feeling he's a little bit lighter of a sleeper and is probably not currently inside the inn. He probably wakes up a little bit earlier. mostly to yeah, I'll get to that. So he's about 7 foot tall. He's about it's a sort of bluish tinted gray humanoid, no ears, thin runic like tattoo lines over his like hands, up his arms, down the back of his head, that kind of thing. Uh, think where the lines on Aang kind of trail in Avatar: The Last Airbender, but like super thin and not nearly as obvious. Um, he doesn't wear any shoes, real simple, just shirt and pants going. He's got some nice claws. His jaw is a little bit wider and almost looks like it could just split open at any point. Um, and he's a little bit top heavy, but he is ultimately a little bit lithe despite his size, but he's very densely packed muscle. It is very much like a very alien sort of build. Um, and I imagine he probably slept outside, probably out like right outside the inn, I would imagine. I don't know if it's like in the middle of the city, if it's close to like more foresty, if there would be like nature nearby. I
It's
don't
kind of on the
know.
outskirts.
Okay, yeah. In which case, definitely sleeping probably outside and is probably currently, I'd say he probably has a fox in his mouth and is making his way back with a couple rabbits in his hands as well after hunting in the morning for some food.
Okay. Well, throughout the night, while you were sleeping outside of nightmares are no stranger, Gray.
No.
You've been having them for most of your existence. But something was different about you're locked in some sort of cell, only stone walls around you, and an iron door with thick bars cover a window. You hear the soft crying near, like a child.
I would have seen if the crying was coming from inside the cell or from outside of it.
It is coming from outside of your cell.
He'd probably go to the bars, see if he can see anything.
In the room across from you, you see a child, roughly 11 years old. She looks starved and broken.
He'd probably smell, see if there's anything off. Like if it was a trick, if there was rotten smell, anything at all.
Nope. You only smell the thick stone walls around you, the moisture coming from them.
He'd probably like hunch down a little bit, get closer to like her level, and kind of just peer in. Not necessarily saying anything, but like trying to like make eye contact and try to suss something.
She's kind of facing away from you in the fetal position against the wall. She doesn't appear to know that you're there.
He'd probably make a almost a chirp like grunt to like announce his presence, very like monkey esque, like bonobo esque, of just trying to like a call out of a trying to get the attention.
Nothing seems to be happening. Still crying. Her own.
Are the bars weak at all? I didn't hear you, and I'm bad at
Yeah,
reading.
your
sorry.
mic
You
didn't
don't
pick
know.
up.
Yeah, he'd test the bars to see if he'd be able to bend them free or not.
Make a strength check.
Hell yeah. Just blank flat strength or athletic.
Let's make it just a flat strength check because it's technically in a dream.
Fair. That would be a 16, so a 19 total.
Nice. As Gray goes to reach for the bars, he grabs them and he feels them start to bend, and suddenly they snap in half. However, they start to slowly jut forward and turn into a horrific mouth. the door slowly gets dozens of eyes along the top, and the bars are now
jeez.
teeth.
Oh, snap! It's a
God,
mimic.
fuck.
And you are now awake.
Yeah, that would have been a. He would have been a. Yeah, he started the morning with a little bit of a cold sweat. Yeah, probably why he went to go hunt immediately. Yeah, no, he's just especially as he's getting closer to the end, he's just kind of like shaking his head a little bit, blinking, trying to shake it off a little bit still as he's just kind of looking at the buildings, keeping a second eye out open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everyone is now awake. Who would like to start their morning? We know that Gray is out hunting right now.
Gray's hunting. Giuseppe's sad that there was no drink left in the bottle.
Yeah, honestly, I think he'd probably have moved downstairs, not because he's going to consume something, but because he wants to watch other people consume something.
Yeah.
It fills a hole, a void in him.
Yeah, he gets nothing out of eating or drinking, but he'll watch someone else do it and just be like, God, if only. So he's down there and he's trying real cool not to be so obvious about that. He's super just watching someone eat.
Yeah. Okay, so Giuseppe is downstairs in the tavern portion of the tavern keeper is already there, shining glasses, getting ready for the day. He will offer you some porridge, but then realize quickly that you are a skeleton and move on to other people.
Damn.
He doesn't seem freaked out or anything.
They see crazier stuff.
Chill ass guy. I love it.
Awkward indeed.
Awkward turtle.
Giuseppe when he goes for his first handshake of the day. Awkward starfish just slaps him in the face.
He says, "Give me some skin," and they don't know whether or not he means literally or not.
Yes.
Sad.
If someone's
It gets really sad.
Oh
His
my
jo-
god.
his jaw just hangs open in a fucking image of guffaw.
Alright, who's next to go downstairs? Giuseppe is down there partying it up with no food.
Alone.
Alone.
I imagine NPC patron number 3 is who I'm watching.
Okay. They are eating some bacon.
He would salivate if he had that ability.
Jesus.
Whoever's awake in the dining area, they'll hear some not necessarily loud but solid clunks and a slight undercurrent of ticking years as Crank Handle makes his way down the stairs somewhat cautiously so he doesn't tip over.
Tunk. Tunk.
Aw.
Tunk.
Yeah. You hear the thud of the what do you say he was bronze?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear the thud of bronze against each step. And suddenly a tiny little robot enters the doorway.
And if anybody looks close enough, they'll see that his eyes are green glowing crystals with whirring gears for pupils.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Alright, who's next to go downstairs?
I see her typing.
Oh, yep. Memento runs down the stairs, using her tail to hold her vile fiddlestick nearly a full sprint. Yes, you are just hauling ass down the corridor and down these stairs. You are suddenly in the inn. You see a skeleton, and you almost trip
Crank
over.
quickly shuffles out of the way.
Yeah, you almost trip over a small auto gnome. A little guy.
Excuse me, miss.
I would also think with only like a foot and a half distance, it wouldn't necessarily be a trip.
Val says, "Yeah, huh?"
Go right ahead. I'm not in need of anything.
Crank Handle is so polite. I love it.
Must be protected at all costs.
He should be.
Meanwhile,
I like to hook
Giuseppe,
him like a
move, I'm
football.
gay.
I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it.
Oh my god. Oh, Giuseppe. Contraire, you're in need of music, says Val.
Oh, sick. I love music.
I am?
How's it we've only had 2 conversations and they're both super awkward?
Play
it
Launchpad
tracks.
McQuack.
I don't know if it'll come up at any point, but at this point, Crank Handle is about 4.5 years old.
Aww.
Oh, he's baby.
Oh, yeah, it's roughly same. Nice. Twinsies. It's something like that. I don't know.
I
I
am
never put
going
it into
to
clear
butcher
years,
the
but-
pronunciation of that third word.
Kibons? Or
K-boss? Of course, K-boss. Everyone needs music.
Kielbasa.
Sorry, I can't. I'm illiterate.
we had American
Hello?
education.
What up? I'm Jared. I'm 19, and I never learned how to read.
Hippo?
I got diagnosed with cool guy syndrome, so now I take Adderall.
Oh, it's her messed up, uneducated comment. Okay.
It's like trying to speak French without knowing a lick of French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that all the
Good for her. That's what I say.
Buongiorno.
Yeah. All right, so we've got 3 of the 5 down in the Tavern of the Inn.
Yeah, about this time, Sabbath would be making his way down the stairs holding his grimoire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You watch that unfold from the top of the stairs, and you see the 2 of them make their way back into the tavern. And now it is your turn to enter. See, the other patrons are enjoying their meals, except for a small little autognome and a literal skeleton.
Eh,
I
I've seen
wonder
dead
who the main
bodies.
characters are.
A lot of them. I'm just gonna casually walk into the tavern and just take a seat.
Okay, yeah. And then
Hey,
there's
tavern runner, that guy's stealing one of your chairs.
After Gray probably spent a little bit of time skinning them outside as not make a mess indoors, he has learned the lesson that people do not like it when he skins animals inside. It's apparently not okay. He doesn't understand. Things get messy anyway. They spill food. It's not. It's the same. But he does, presuming there is like a fireplace that he would be able to cook things. I'm assuming he walks in with the meat, intending to walk over to the fireplace and stoke up a fire and make a nice little stew going.
Yeah, there's already a fire going just to shed some light through
Nice.
It's just a normal rock fireplace off on the northern side of the tavern. Very close to the stairs. As you walk in, you see the tiefling almost trip over an autognome. And then another individual walk down the stairs. And this is the scene you are greeted with. And there's also a skeleton.
And an autognome.
Yeah, cheated.
Okay.
It takes him like a little, like he's looking at everything in his normal sight range, and then he steps forward, and I think he probably bumps the autonome with his foot, and then looks down, and it's like a full towering up viewpoint for a second, and he just cocks his head a little bit, steps out of the way, and then continues moving. He's not sure why someone left something like that here. People seem to like
As
their things they build, so he's just gonna keep walking, assuming it's a thing and like a statue or something, and not like a person, because he just doesn't understand that as a concept, and would probably just move past him.
as this real big guy walks away, Crank says, "Well, good morning to you."
He does get startled, like genuinely, for a second, and he's gonna like poke you with his foot. He doesn't wear shoes. It is his like clawed foot. He's gonna poke you with his foot.
Well, Crank's pretty solid, so he doesn't move very much. Just kind of gives him a nod and shuffles off to the side of the room so he's not in anybody else's way.
After Gray's dream, he's gonna drop it.
He's done already.
He doesn't understand.
He's a little scarred. It's fine.
He doesn't understand. It's clearly not sticky, and it doesn't have teeth. So he doesn't think it's the same, and he's gonna keep moving to the fireplace to cook the meat.
Okay.
Well,
At this
keeping
point,
a side eye on the skeleton, but he's
Crank's actually going to start for a minute, like, oh, he remembered something, and he's going to kneel down a little bit, and his legs, they have his upper legs are a decent cylinder that goes down to his knee, where he has actually a larger cuff around his leg, and he's going to open a little door on the side of his leg and pull out a set of traveling pots. And so he'll shuffle through them a little bit and pick out one of the larger ones, and he's going to follow the big guy over to the fireplace, who's clearly going to go cook the meat that he's carrying, and he's going to, and Crank, I'm going to say, here, you look like you need this, and hand him the pot.
he just like his body stays in the same position. It's only his eyes that move, and they just look at you for a second. Doesn't say anything, just slowly reaches over and grabs the pot and nods and continues doing what he's doing. He really does not know what this thing is. And he's slightly scared because of the dream he had. But it's seemingly being helpful, so he is just he's letting it be helpful, and he's throwing the stuff in.
Well, seeing as how this guy has it under control, Crank's just going to step to the side, out of the way, and just continue watching the room.
Jaden says, "I'm glad we're all just as awkward as the other."
Well,
Very
that's
true.
not quotated.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
she
That's
said
why she
Jaden.
Okay.
Jaden says. Yeah. All right. So the one by one, the tavern keeper will come over and he will try to get your orders. He'll go up to Sabbath Black first because he's the most normal looking one of you, and even then, he's still not quite normal looking. You got that vibe about you, dude. You're holding a grimoire, okay?
Okay, but
The
that's
cloak,
different
the long
than just.
hair, it's
You got that vibe, dude.
Boy.
Okay, he'll come over and just go, "All right, what can I get for you?"
Just a roasted ham hock.
You got it. All right, who's next? And then he'll go over to the other most normal looking one in the room, which is Val. All right, what can I get for you? Little notepad ready. Val says, "You've got like fish or something?" "Yeah, we got some fish. You want some fish? I can get you a good fish. Cook it up real nice." Val says, "Heck yeah. All right." He'll take his little paper, scribble it down, and then he glances over at Giuseppe, nods a little bit, and then walks over to Ray.
Yo, wait, no, wait, hold up. Dismissive as hell. I'm gonna flag that motherfucker down. You don't need to glance over me just because I'm dead.
Okay, I want to
Disrespect
say
is palpable.
I want to say right now, I just imagined like Giuseppe sprawled out on the table trying to get this man's attention.
Oh my god. Jaden says, "Take my order, damn it." Yeah, he just kind of like, he's a little weirded out by you, dude. You're a skeleton, and he just kind of assumes you don't eat.
He slams his arm on the table. Hey, Tavern Keep! Over here! I'm assuming it's not big enough that he can't see or hear me very easily. So this is just obnoxious.
Yeah, he kind of looks over like, "What? What do you want?"
Come here! I got a question!
He walks over to you.
God damn it.
You got
He
my
puts-
attention.
Giuseppe puts a hand on his shoulder and looks him where his eyes should be, hopefully, and says, "Listen, when's the last time you had a nightmare?"
A threat?
I don't think I feel comfortable answering that question.
Gray's point is like as soon as he spoke, as soon as the skeleton spoke, Gray is staring at him, very wide. Is not interrupting anything else, but he is just locked
Holy
onto the skeleton that is
shit.
now suddenly speaking.
Oh my god.
But continue. Sorry.
That's his only question. That's all he.
I don't
When's
feel
the last
comfortable
time?
answering that.
Okay. He does the most dismissive, defeated, just like shooing motion with his limp skeleton hand. Like,
Damn it.
Yeah, he'll just kind of like look at you and go, "Dead people," and walk away.
Like this is a regular thing.
Kurt's fucking destitute right now.
Oh my god. All right.
Holy shit.
And then he'll go over to Crank Handle and just be like, "You need some oil or something?"
Haverkeeper's racist.
What is a robot gonna eat?
Nuts and bolts?
Yeah,
I take a moment and look up at him and say, and it's like, yeah, if you've got some gear oil, that'd be real nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you covered. And then he'll take his little piece of paper and he'll go into the back and he'll hand it to the cook who begins working on all of your stuff. Except for Crank Handle, he will just go into the back and grab some oil that would be used on like a carriage wheel and brings it out to you. Here you go. The best stuff in the house.
I'll fish a gold piece out of my compartment and give it to him for it.
Nah. Just 2 copper.
Okay, well then I'll fish a couple copper pieces out.
You can take the copper from him and he'll look at him. Yeah, thank you. And then walk away.
Mm-hmm. A little slot will open. Crank will open a little slot in the back of his neck and pour the oil into the reservoir back there.
All right. Okay, so everyone has been sort of served. He's taken y'all's order. Is there anyone who would like to do something?
I'm probably just
I
gonna
think
thumb through the pages of my grimoire.
I'd have seen Crank Handle pour all that oil in him, and out loud to himself, Giuseppe probably would have been like, "Man, last time I was that oiled up, I was wrestling a succubus."
Oh,
Crank
God.
doesn't quite know what to say to that, and so he just kind of busies
Ignores.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah, what would you say to that?
Oh my god.
Same.
Oh, God. All right, is there
Oh.
anyone else who would like to do something? You're all five in the...
Jaden
Crank,
is
I actually
typing.
start. I guess he pops open a panel in his right arm and starts fiddling with something inside.
Okay.
But go on.
While Memento is waiting for her fish, she plays her violin using... Is it viola or violin?
I think
Which
it's
one would you like it to be?
Oh, I thought a viol was also an instrument.
It is
Am I
indeed.
I was pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm just stupid. It's fine. Okay, plays her viol using her tail to hold the fiddlestick. Nice. Slightly small. Oh, that's cute. A little tiny violin. Little baby boy. Okay, yeah.
Well, I
So
have
all
a
of you
feeling
would
she would need a
hear-
small violin.
Yeah. All of you would hear this beautiful viol music coming from one of the corners. And you see this tiefling playing it.
As Gray's stew is slowly getting cooked up and into the tasting stages, at some point he grabs the simple spoon he's got and just walks over to Val and holds it in front of her.
Weird tip, but all right.
Making something is what Val says to you.
He just sort of grunts. It's not the first time he's done this. It's just asking your opinion of the taste.
Val opens her mouth to try it.
He just waits to see her reaction. It's real simple. I imagine like onions, herbs, the meat, water to make
Delicious.
the broth. Yeah, it's real simple.
Or I
Who
say
knew
there's
Gray
no
was about good?
constitution throw, so it's got to be at least good.
He just sort of he grunts and nods and returns back to it.
Yep, Val says
It's
taste
literally
again,
just
big guy.
water, plants, and meat. Is probably the most complex thing he can make.
That's all you need. Alright, so
Given his cooking
Tavern-
set, Crank does know how to do basic cooking, and he, even despite not being able to eat, he's kind of thinks to himself that, yeah, a fox and rabbit might be a bit of an odd combination.
Protein's protein for him.
Alright, Memento goes back to playing what can only be described as high-tempo square dance music. Ooh, exciting way to start the...
Ah, yes, old-time battles.
The tavern keep will come out and he will bring you all your food. And he won't even look at Giuseppe this time.
Middle finger. He's a surly little shit.
Oh my
See,
god.
that one I think Gray's recognized, so he cocks his eyebrow over at it and kind of chuckles a little bit, but doesn't fully understand why the middle finger's being happened, but he recognizes the gesture.
The innkeeper just goes, "Oh, undead."
It says removes middle finger, no longer having a fuck to give.
Just slides it across the table. I don't need this anymore.
Tosses it over your
Alright.
shoulder.
So as he's bringing you guys your food, he'll walk up. He'll go to Sabbath Black first. He'll go, so what brings you to town? I don't recognize you.
Just passing through.
Pass through. Right, we got a lot of those up here. He'll hand you your ham. And then he'll move on to Val. And he'll hand her the fish. And go, alright, so what brings you to town? Don't recognize you either. Sorry to interrupt your music. It was very nice. Val says, Memento is traveling with friend to find a super cool item to let Memento swim. You don't know how to swim? Man, I learned when I was a baby. Val says, water by home too cold. Yeah, fair enough. Gets pretty chilly up here in the mountains too. But during the summertime, pretty nice. And then he'll set the fish down. And you were the only two that ordered anything, right? Because Crank Handle got the
oil.
The oil. Gray's
Just-
covered. Giuseppe, that guy.
I'm still waiting on your nightmares.
Right now, buddy, you are my biggest nightmare.
Thank God, but not yours, mine.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. He'll just kind of shake his head and go to the back.
All right, so what's your? I would finally make comment at Sabbath, and I'd be like, all right, so what you reading there, smut?
Jesus
Well, actually.
Christ.
Oh my god. Little did we know it's the Greek gods. It's full of it.
Evidently, something similar to what you're reading, as I point to your grimoire.
Oh, you got a daddy as well? Word? Sugar baby life. I like your style.
Oh my god.
Which flavor of daddy you rockin'? Mine's got tentacles.
There's a lot of them.
Oh, all right. He's about the collective. I can rock with a poly homie.
For fuck's sakes.
Memento covers your ears. Too young to listen to this smut. She's just a child, damn it.
For fuck's sakes.
It's dangerous business being this close to the bone zone.
Oh my god.
I miss having Giuseppe in D&D time. It's been a while.
Who doesn't love a little bit of Giuseppe?
I was about to say, would taking his job make Giuseppe not be able to talk?
That would change very little. I can telepathically communicate with all of you. So long
He
as
can
you're within
force
30
you.
feet, you have to hear me.
It tracks with my experience with Giuseppe. So
I'm a
God.
threat and a promise.
God damn it.
Well, since we're pretty much besties already, when's the last time you had a nightmare?
Not since I left.
Jaden says, God forbid he connects with Memento. He'll be having a four-way convo at all times.
Don't give him ideas.
All right.
Fair enough.
At one point, the tavern keep will come over to Gray and just go, "Hey, big guy, you know we serve food here, right?"
Free. And
What?
takes another bite.
Fair enough. Fair enough, I guess. All right.
He doesn't care
Nope.
for he doesn't do math. He doesn't care about trying to figure out money. He has some, but he's keeping it safe. He knows
Fair
it's
enough.
somehow important, but doesn't.
It doesn't taste good.
Kinda, yeah. Like it's seemingly useful, but he can do other things himself that other people spend it for. So he's just gonna hold on to it.
Yeah. All right. He'll go. Not really a guy of words, I take it.
He just kind of grunts affirmatively and smiles a little bit, nodding.
Fair enough. Jaden says he sees people bite coins, unclear why. It's like shit.
Probably. That is very probable for.
I mean, depending on where the
Why?
coins might be literally.
That too.
Oh no. All right, he'll finally go up to Giuseppe and go, "All right, Skelly boy, why are you in my tavern? Where you going?"
That's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. In exchange for a nightmare, I'd be happy to tell you about why I'm here.
I really want
It's
to know
not
my
that I
nightmare.
crave it. It's more just I have a bit of a curiosity about this town and its namesake. And I just get a certain impression that the people here may be fighting a rather quiet plague.
In Belmare.
I
You realize
mean,
this is like heaven on earth, right?
I mean, heaven is such a word. Have you ever met an angel? I've met lots of them. They're horrible. Just the worst. Have you ever wondered what a cop who thinks their moral code should be yours would be like, and then they have wings?
Speed of cards.
It's crazy. And then they want you, quote unquote, bless you? I don't need it. Don't have a nose. Haven't sneezed in upwards of 100 years.
I love how accurate this is to the lore.
Oh my god.
The
He'll just kind of
celestial
look at you like,
Uh,
"How long you gonna be in town? Because I don't think I want you in my tavern very much longer."
I don't know. Not long. Some to a few.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well then. And he'll
If it
just
makes you
kinda
feel
like,
better, I can sleep out front.
hey, he can buddy up with Gray.
You're not worried about me sleeping out there scaring off your customers, though, right? A little bit creepy to have a skeleton right outside your front door.
Maybe if I put a little hat on you, they'll think you're a decoration.
You don't like my
Rating.
hat? Points at the wolf skin on his head. You don't like my hat?
That's the neat part, Jaden.
Jane says 3 to 5 days, weeks, minutes. Who knows with Giuseppe?
Exactly.
I'm also surprised Giuseppe was willing to stay outside at the front instead of in the guy's bed.
I don't want in this guy's bed.
He's racist against skeleton.
Yeah.
But you
The
could give him
last
a
kind of guy to
nightmare.
jump these bones.
Does he know he has one inside him?
He can learn.
Oh no.
Gray can teach him.
Oh no.
I don't have that kind of hostility for this tavern keep.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. Jane says skeletons in your closet. True.
No, this skeleton came out of the closet.
Happy Pride Month, yo.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah.
Happy Pride.
Pride Month. Oh,
I'll have you
God.
know, I've got at least 2 boyfriends.
It's true.
All right,
Uh,
he'll just kind of start to make small talk with some of the other patrons, and eventually he'll make his way to Crank Handle and be like, "All right, little guy, why you in town? What brings you to Belmare? Where you going?"
Uh,
Hmm.
well, since this guy just asked the question, Crank's gonna launch into an explanation. Well, you see, as I understand, about 4.5 years ago, I was built, created, I guess, by my master for helping his young daughter. Um, just someone to play with and to look out for her. And life was, I think life was good for a while until just recently when I had powered down for a long session of maintenance and a few minor upgrades and stuff. And I was reactivated, and well, my master was there dead at my feet, and uh, he was able to leave a message for me to go find the young miss. Her name is Ornoa, by the way, Ornoa Boldspring. Um, I don't know if we've ever heard of anybody by that name around here.
Oh, bulls. Oh, I heard about that. That kid that went missing.
You did?
Yeah, I remember seeing it somewhere on like a missing persons poster.
Well, anything you could tell me would be real helpful. I've been looking for her for a while now, and unfortunately haven't had much luck.
Well, don't repeat what I'm saying to anyone, but there's been a lot of missing persons going on lately, and it's starting to sound like that other village up the road, Elswood. Starting to sound a lot like there. They've been having trouble. People have been going missing, and there's rumors of monsters attacking in the night. There's no one to help them up there. They're isolated. There's only one road that goes up it, and no one here wants to go up there. They say that place is cursed.
Uh, Frank looks to the side a little bit, and he kind of takes it in and considers, and he nods a little bit. And he's like, "Yeah, uh, the spell I got here in order to help keep track of the little miss, it's kind of been pointing me in that direction, I guess, when it's working right. Thank you for telling me." And he sticks his hand out and goes to shake the innkeeper's hand.
He'll like gently grab the hand with like the first couple fingers and shake it.
Mm-hmm. And he'll do that, and then go back to fiddling with something in his arm.
I hope you find the little miss.
Oh, well, that's kind of you to say. Thank you. Oh,
He'll walk away.
before I forget to say, she's a gnome, if it helps.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. And he'll walk away, and as he's walking away, he's just go, shh.
You cut out there.
Yeah, your mic cut out.
Sorry, I'm trying to like. He'll walk away and just go, "Geez, heavy shit," and then keep walking. He'll go back behind the tavern and he will start to clean some glasses. But I imagine it's a smaller tavern and there's not a whole lot of people in here. And you would have all overheard him talk about Elswood.
I would say that was actually something I was going to ask, is if I would have been able to kind of like eavesdrop.
Yeah, you all would have been able to hear this. Despite being a very secretive person about it, he was very loud about it.
By now, Gray is probably sat next to Val eating his stew.
Okay. It's probably very good stew. He probably stole some
For him,
herbs from
absolutely.
someone's garden.
Yeah, probably. If he hadn't, or at least at some point, it may not have been around here, but he probably had stolen some herbs at some point from someone's garden.
True.
Very
true.
accurate. I think he probably would have like had some though on him. I think Val probably would have taught him about other ingredients, and that's why he knows to look for those. But yeah,
Val,
he's eating his stew.
Val says, cursed? Like what kind of curse? The dead people rising from the grave kind, or your pillow will never be cool kind of curse? He kind of turns and he's like, y'all heard that? Shit.
Yeah, you were quite loud.
Gray looks over at Val, then looks at the skeleton, points to him, looks back at Val.
Hot pillow. That's what he's saying.
More like Chew Toy.
Oh my god.
Oh.
He'll just be like, well, dead people rising from the grave is probably closer than pillow will never be cool. Val says, yeah, like that. That's a curse. Well, you see,
Damn.
they've been having a lot of people going missing lately, and there's been talk of monsters attacking the town, and it's been rough for them. It's been very rough. There's only one road that goes up there, and good luck finding a ride. Val says, so is bad tourism a curse now?
Damn.
Savage.
Yep.
He'll kind of sigh and just go, well, bad tourism's one way to say it. More like most of the town is gone now. The cemetery's more than tripled in size, and ain't no end in sight. And now it's starting to
Undertaker
spread
must
down
be happy.
here. Undertaker went missing a long time ago.
Who's filling the cemetery then? That wasn't in character, by the way. That was just
I know.
me. Okay.
Gray doesn't speak.
Yeah, Gray doesn't have that many words back to back. At least not yet.
Cemetery.
Memento
I hardly
mutters,
know her.
great, the place is gonna be loud.
Yeah.
Spooky. Ominous. He'll just kind of be like, wait, you're going there? Both of you?
Yeah?
All of you? What? You three are going to Elswood?
I need to find a little miss, and I'm not stopping for anything till I find her.
I wish you luck, but like I said, no one goes up there anymore. So I don't know what you're gonna find quite yet. It'll be a hard journey for you. Then Memento says, Memento here of possibility of item. Well, if you have to treasure, then you gotta go up to the Count's castle. He's got a lot of this. You know what I mean?
I thank you for
His
your
name is
concern,
Dad.
but I'm made of pretty hard, stern stuff.
All right. Says, a lot of spices? Yeah, the spices that are made of gold, if you catch my drift. Memento says, that sounds terrible for your health. Just kind of look at, Memento just
Gray,
like,
Gray doubles that and just makes a.
you don't. Never mind. I'm not even gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. Well, if you're going, there might be a way for you guys to get up besides traveling on foot. Because while I'd hate to send you up there, if you guys are committed going there, They say around midnight every night, a carriage will come down. Just one. It's driven by a guy. No one knows his name. No one knows nothing about him. He's just known as the Crooked Elf. It's,
Kind of rude.
you can't really
This
miss
tavern
him.
keeper gets more and more racist.
Right?
And damn.
It turns out the elf is actually crooked. He's just got scoliosis or something.
Oh,
Damn.
no.
That doesn't make it better.
Just slept on his ears wrong, and you get a bad nickname. Damn.
It's got a real bad case of hot pillow, huh?
Oh my god. Memento says, omniscious. And Jane says, Seppi would relate. think
I
she's-
understand. I think it's about the scoliosis.
Yeah, you have a bad back.
I like this one.
Giuseppe and Sabbath Black, you two would be overhearing this whole conversation as well.
I'm just thumbing through the grimoire, acting like I'm not paying attention.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for, or are you just like faking it?
Just kind of faking it.
Okay, cool.
You actually
Giuseppe
can't
would be-
read anything in it.
Jaden says freaking nerd. True.
You know what? I'll put this question to the class since I harangued the tavern keep about it. Have any of you had nightmares recently? I know it feels like I'm harping on this, but I swear there's a reason for it.
Gray just kind of looks at his eye sockets, but doesn't say anything.
Yeah, that blue guy looks like he's probably had a nightmare recently. Something chewing you up inside, big guy?
He just kind of shakes his head and goes back to his bowl. Doesn't want to talk about it.
Nightmares every night. Alright, that's going somewhere at least. Does it feel like there's a pattern happening there?
Val says, Memento experienced nightmares every night. To that
Yeah,
He
I
or-
accidentally
was his
answered it before
response,
you read it
yeah.
out. Yeah, I answered it
Oh,
before
okay,
it was
I
read
get it
out
now.
loud.
I get it now.
He responded
Sorry.
to it, and yeah.
Memento says, well, first one was about a dragon who has chickenpox and wanted a tea party, but he had to cancel because his hoard was actually chocolate coin.
Yeah, my focus was not psychology. That one's a little more difficult to unpack.
It's like, oh wait, no, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, that.
But I do mess with the dragon tea party.
It's like when you ask, "Hey, how you doing?" and someone just full trauma comes. It's like, oh
Mhm.
god, oh, that's okay.
Well, I like the spooky. I'd follow you spooky venturers on your trip to Elsewood.
So it has begun. Party is starting to form. Val says, skeleton call us spooky?
We shall be
I mean,
the
I-
fellowship of the bone. Sorry.
I like to think there's more to me than just my skeletonness, but I can understand.
It stands out. It's a defining feature. It's not all you are, but it's definitely will get noticed.
Val says, is not worst undead memento meat.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 with vampires. Totally get you. And zombies just don't have the brains that they need. I know what you're thinking. Those descriptions are ghoulish overkill, but believe you me. What's a
I'm gonna
flesh golem between friends?
I'm gonna need some spirits to deal with you.
You're pouring spirits? Hell yeah, brother. Shots, shots,
Gray
shots,
is
shots, shots, shots.
completely unbothered because 90% of his work he does not understand. So Gray is just the perfect wall to bounce everything off of.
Yeah. Memento stares, not following a single pun.
Vinegar, I like your style.
Well, Crank lived with a dad and his 7 to 11-year-old daughter. So unfortunately, he understands all of them.
All right.
We all just woke up. How? Then the carriage shows up at midnight, so we big chillin' in Belmar for a day?
Sounds like it.
Yep. You guys have the whole day. Do what you need to do to prepare for your journey.
I need to do. Particularly need to do anything.
Memento says, Gray think Memento play music for more blankets and coins?
He thinks for a moment, grunts approvingly and nods. Just kind of like a nice little approving, like shrug nod, like, yeah, no, that's sounds good enough. Anything he could think of. He's about to finish his stew and then go sharpen up his axes. He has a big one and two little ones.
You have a bot.
Oh, you do?
I got a bot, yeah.
Lamau.
Oh, like a spam bot?
Yeah, on Twitch.
Oh, wild.
I have
Banhammer.
settings that makes it harder for them to get into my chat.
Nice. Yeah, you can't like type the exact same thing over and over or something like that. I think I tried to do something like that once and I wasn't able to.
So loud. I know there's a way for me to get rid of them. I've done it before on here.
I was about to say you just need to, like, ban the bot or something.
Yeah, but I don't know how I'm doing it. Phone.
Oof.
I swear there's a way for me to do it. I swear I've done it. Yeah, you guys keep going. Let's see. Memento pulls out her viol and flute using a very unorthodox method of playing both, made only possible by her tail.
There. Gray is probably stationed not too far from her, but far enough that he doesn't necessarily like scare off anyone. But still in sight range, so he can keep an eye out. But is just sitting on like a bench probably and sharpening his axe with a whetstone.
I need to see a man about some dread. I believe I'm gonna hit the town and see if I can suss up a knowledge.
All right, where do you wish to go?
I think he'd probably start at whatever serves as the library and or religious location insert here, whichever one of those he sees first.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Memento is playing a high beat and joyous song. Sorry, it had popped up there. I just wanted to make sure it was
Yeah.
said aloud.
Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of this.
No, you're good. Yeah.
As he goes to leave the tavern, though, he'd say to the potential party, I can't wait to adventure with you all. Make sure not to leave me. If you do, I'll hunt you down. And then exits the tavern.
Oh wow. Okay.
You're just like solidifying the tavern keeps position, honestly.
I never said I'd do anything bad, just that I'd find you.
Okay.
Well, specifically, you said hunt down. That implies something.
It might change your actions because of the implication.
Because of the implication.
Because of the implication.
Ah, yes, the
Like Mahjong.
implication.
Chief, it plays just like Entourage.
Okay, hey Zach, real
I
quick
love
question.
when you mix them.
How do I delete the bot chat from stream?
Like on
From the
PC or on
stream
phone?
here on PC.
You should be able to just like click the username, and it
Aha!
should give you the ability to just outright ban it, and that'll also delete the
Ban.
message.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. Sorry, had to get that out of the way. Sorry about all that. Sorry about the crazy. Okay, so where are you going, Giuseppe?
Whichever I see first, either a library or religious institution.
So here there is a small library and a decent sized Church of Lathander.
What flavor of god is Lathander? You say light?
Yes, he is the Lord of Light. Basically
Yeah.
the sun god and the god of all that's good, blah blah blah.
Theoretically,
Praise
he
the
would head
sun.
toward the church, see it was Lathander, turn around and head towards the library. Had it been anybody else, he probably would have been like, yeah, I could humor this, but he sees it's Lathander and he's like, if there's a paladin in there, I'm fucked.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Those
That's
guys
valid.
hate me, and to be frank, I'm afraid of them.
Oh my
I have
god.
many fears. Paladins of Light are one of them.
Yep.
Those
Fair enough.
motherfuckers don't like me.
Okay.
So
while
yeah,
you're
he'd go
walking-
to the library.
While you're walking to the library, Jaden, can you make a performance check for me real quick? And then Giuseppe goes to library.
Well, hot damn.
You're greeted by a fairly young woman, tiefling woman, who is organizing books. A dirty 20.
Ew.
Dang.
Nice.
Yeah. That song sounds it's peak. It's beautiful. You're playing just like a happy, joyous tune, and people are getting into it. They're kind of like nodding their heads as they walk by. And you get find the right die. Organize them.
Gray's
copper.
even probably Gray's probably stopped sharpening and is just like eyes bobbing his head a little bit to the music.
Yeah. And you got 8 copper out of it, so I mean, like, pretty good.
It's a good few drinks.
Yeah. All right. Giuseppe, do you do anything in response to the tiefling woman who kind of like greets you warmly as you walk into the door?
Hi, yes, what a lovely little library. Just wonderful. It looks very well maintained. I was curious if you could point me in the direction of your religious texts and things along those lines.
Yes, absolutely. So if you would like, we have this section over here, and she'll lead you down a long aisle section. I'm looking. There we go. she leads you to a fairly decently sized section. She's like, is there anything in particular you're looking for? Saloon, Lathander?
I, for the life of me, can't remember the name of this god. Just call it one of those old age situations. You can tell that I've got a couple extra years on me. Um, I, it's the, I found me a note. I believe that I'm looking for the god of nightmares, but for the life of me, I can't remember their name
Well, we have
or the death of me.
You're very funny. You're very clever. I believe we do have some books on some of the darker gods. You could try this one right here, and she'll hand you a book simply called Gods of Darkness.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like exactly what I'm looking for. Is this like I need to get a library card situation, or can I just like read this here?
Yeah, you can just read it here.
Awesome.
There's
I
tables right
appreciate
over
your
here.
help. Awesome. Thank you so
And then
much.
she'll just give you a warm smile and say, "Have a nice day," and then go back to stacking her books. All right. And you choose to read the book?
Yes, I'm looking for either the symbol that I seen before, or for any mentions of a god that matches the description that I'm trying to hunt down.
So you see in the book there's just an index of gods, and listed are Baal, Kalemvor, Leviatar, Miracle, Inkabolos, Shar, and Talona.
I know Merkel is death. I'm trying to avoid metagaming, so I don't have any books in front of me intentionally.
Only reason I know one of those is because
You should know two of them from Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
oh, I mean, yeah, but he had already said
I've
one
played
of them.
under some of
Or-
those god names, but would
Actually,
I,
more.
from those names, recognize which one matches what I'm looking for?
You had a hint earlier.
The God of Dread.
God of Dread, and also a first letter.
Oh, it's I or L. Will you give me the list again? I'm sorry.
Baal, Kalemvor, Leviatar, Miracle, Inkabolos, Shar, and Talona.
Is Ikabolus an E or an I?
I.
Alright, shit. So I got two to pick from here?
Yes, you do.
I would research on both of them, and whichever one matched the other things better.
All right, let's got. Ugh. I'm typing in the wrong computer. I have my laptop pulled up over here and my computer down here. Did I type anything?
No.
Okay, I wasn't typing in any box. Okay. So, you first read about Leviatar, and she is the Maiden of Pain, the god of suffering, physical and psychological torture, and her symbol is a whip with 9 tassels spread out.
Sounds
Alright.
kinky.
Alright. Kinky gal with the cat of nine tails. We love it.
All right,
Might
and
also remember this one from Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah.
and then I take you turn to the
What's
page about
happening?
Inkabolus.
Yes.
He is the god of plague and drought and a nightmare. And you see a symbol very similar to what appeared in your dream. It is a diamond covered in red jewels with a reptilian eye in the center of it.
I'm typing.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I figured you would.
Yeah. Okay. There would be an audible haha yeah when he gets to the right one.
The poor librarian is just like, please keep your voices.
Sorry. He would jot down what he thought was important on that pages
Mhm.
about, but awesome. Okay, Ikabolas.
All
Ikamoko.
right.
Cool.
So, is there anything else people would like to do while they are waiting for midnight? Let's go Sabbath Black. What are you doing?
Basically, just the same thing I've been kind of doing, just going through the grimoire. I don't
Is there
particularly
anything
have
you're looking
anything
for?
else I really need to do.
Are you looking for anything in particular, or just kind of scrolling through it?
Just scrolling through it. Doom
Okay.
scrolling the grimoire.
Fair enough. Crank Handle, what are you doing?
So ultimately, I don't have a whole lot to take care of being a robot. At some point, he makes sure to retrieve his pot from Gray and cleans it and stuff. And while he's doing that, he's listening to Val play her music and kind of ends up tapping along to it on either the pot or his body, making a distinct ringing sound.
That's so whole.
And other than that, he's just kind of going through his systems, making sure everything's up to date. At one point, on his right arm, he pulls out, he opens a hatch, pulls out what is very much a small crossbow bolt, and makes sure it's all good, and then slots it back in and closes the hatch, and just kind of continues on checking.
Okay. Gray, is there anything you're doing?
The only other thing he'd be looking out for besides sharpening his axes at this point would be once evening came around, and whether it's the same inn and tavern that they were staying at, or if it was another one that a lot of people seemed to be going to. Around evening, probably like 6-ish or so, he would be looking for some ale.
You said some ale?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are still at the same tavern, then you can easily get some.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, he'd spend some coin on some solid ale. Probably the biggest glass you could possibly get. So however much gold I gotta knock down for that, I will.
Probably gonna be 3 copper for the biggest.
3 copper?
Yeah. And it's a good size one.
Sweet.
Only D&D Beyond it stopped work. Is the website down?
When you say good size, like
Oh.
how much of crank is it?
Probably. You said you're 3 foot?
Mm-hmm.
Half a crank.
Oh, that's a heck of a size. Wow.
Yeah, they're big. Go to my phone. Go to.
By the way, I'm gonna do 9 silver and 7 copper for my chain, just so you know.
Yeah.
I thought about doing just 97 copper, but I wanted to solid.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there anything else people are doing before midnight?
You know what? He probably has a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna jot down another 3 copper. He likes his drink. It is in his backstory.
He does. I read that backstory.
Before Giuseppe leaves the library, he'd probably leave some form of fiscal tip for her providing service.
Oh, yeah, you can leave a couple coins on the counter.
Yep. Awesome.
Awesome. Sweet. Sorry, I'm trying to get D&D Beyond up because there's coming. Okay.
So does Giuseppe support public works and stuff like that?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely, yes.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He like his chaos is very individualistic. From a like macro standpoint, he's all about like public acts of service.
Cool.
It's individuals where he's like, no, fuck you.
Sorry, my entire laptop has suddenly started. Here I thought OBS was going to be the problem. No, it's my laptop.
Wow.
Go figure.
It ain't a stream if something doesn't break.
Exactly.
Right?
And right now it's my stupid laptop.
I mean, that's what I kind of said when I first opened up. Reminds me of my theater days.
I missed
So
being a
by
No
that
matter
theater.
how much you
metric,
prepare, there's always something that goes wrong.
would he, if a PBS was a thing, would he be a host on some program or something?
He would love to. They wouldn't
I
let
would
him.
love Giuseppe
They
PBS.
they would never let him anywhere near it, but he would love to. He would think he had the potential to be Fred Rogers, and then he would just be the exact opposite.
I could
Bare
see
minimum, I
Giuseppe
see.
trying to get on Sesame Street.
I was gonna say background
for sure.
character on Sesame Street, in like he would be the scientist skeleton in a Sesame Street episode. He would just be there hanging, wouldn't do anything, but he'd be there. That's all they would.
You
let
know,
him do.
he'd roll deep with Big Bird and the squad. He'd have a very high opinion of LeVar Burton.
He
Yes,
does.
yeah, of course.
All right.
How does he like Oscar the Grouch?
Out.
Honestly, they probably get along swimmingly.
I was about to say
It'd be-
that was what my vibe was.
I think the count would be where he'd be like, I'm a little wary. Math
fair.
is one of those places where
And a vampire.
and a vampire, and it's like it's a 50-50 when it comes to vampires and Giuseppe. They either want to fuck him or kill him.
Oh.
Not to be confused with paladins who just want to kill him.
Depending on the paladin.
True. I suppose if we find a paladin of Loviatar, holler at your boy, whip out the whips out.
Well, I was also thinking, like an Oathbreaker.
That too. I'll break your oath. Get over here.
Jesus.
What are we doing? What are we even doing here?
Whoa. Why is it saying you're... D&D Beyond, why you gotta do me like that?
Just go up to one. Hey, man. I know you're a paladin and everything, but want to go break some oaths behind the shed?
Oh, no.
How familiar are you with the term "come to Jesus"?
Wow. Cool.
It's a good thing I have my streams put on as 18 plus ones.
Sorry, I'm really trying to get this working. D&D Beyond has just stopped.
Which is weird, because it's working fine for me.
Yeah, it just says the site can't be reached.
Huh.
Weird.
I don't know what's going on. And I don't know how to use the app well. I don't hardly use the app. I don't think I can do what I need through the app. Okay, now my internet's just gone on my laptop. That's fun.
That could also be why D&D Beyond was messing up.
Yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
ask if there was an internet connection issue or something.
But that's
Did you
weird
actually
because
turn
I'm
your
still
Wi-Fi off?
streaming.
Right, but it could just be something with your internet or the wireless adapter in your laptop.
I'm gonna restart it. Okay, so you guys have done all that you need to do for the day?
I believe so.
Okay. It is now midnight.
Would this be a
Okay.
good time for an intermission thingy?
Yeah, we can do an intermission while I get my computer working
I was
again.
about to say, yeah, like a
Yes.
10-minute one,
Yeah.
reconvene at 9 for one last
Yep.
hour.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Let me switch
Chat,
over
we will
to.
be taking a pause for 10 minutes.
Yep, we will be taking a brief 10-minute break.
Thank you, Tan.
D&D will return after these messages.
That was for you,
Yeah.
Ian.
Fair.
I'll be right back.
Okay, we will
was
be
very-
back at 9 o'clock. See you in a few minutes.
Well, I mean, it's not like we're really going anywhere, but the story will continue in 10 minutes.
Yeah. True.
Which
Alright.
I think I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick since I went through a large sweet tea from Cane's and like half a bottle of gamer stuff since we started.
That's a lot. All right,
Yeah, that's
let's
a lot.
take a break. Can you guys still hear?
Yep.
I'm eating food.
Okay, I'm just making sure I should be muted on all channels. Yes, I'm muted on all. Cool. Hopefully no one can hear. Don't look.
I mean, we can hear you, but
I
think-
mean, yeah,
yeah,
you guys,
yeah.
but no one else.
That's what I wanted to. Yeah.
Okay, see what's going on with this stupid light.
Feel a lot better.
One of these days, you're going to have to give us lore on why this town is so chill, with skeleton just walking around checking out books from the library and stuff. I want to know what this town has gone through to be that chill.
I mean, they seem to also be chill with your character too.
Yeah, but at least like I'm like
Flesh.
like I'm like
Somewhat
flesh and
humanoid.
like I'm still like I look weird, but like in terms of Forgotten Realms, I look about as alien as things like Gith or a Mind Flayer, like things people have heard of. So like it's not as far out. I still look weird and out of place, but it's like within the realms of things that exist. He's just a
And
dead
skeletons don't?
skeleton. Well, no, but it's like they're usually just puppets of bad guys and necromancers and stuff. They're not usually self-contained individual identities. Let alone
Considering one of
talking
your
and walking
examples was mind flayers, which usually incites running and screaming, I'm not sure that's a good comparison.
Oh no, I never said I looked like something friendly. But I don't look like, something necessarily undead. But at least I'm wearing clothes. Like that's what differentiates me. If I was just wearing like scraps, then yeah, I look like straight up a monster, like a fucking werewolf or some shit. Some kind of like turned thing.
My laptop still refuses to connect to the internet. I don't know what's going on.
Does it have like
Did you?
a hard switch that you accidentally bumped or something? I know
Yeah.
some laptops have like a hard internet switch.
No.
Okay.
There's not a key at the very top, like in the number keys or whatever.
Nope.
I was about to say, do you by chance have like a spare Ethernet cable?
Not one that's long enough.
Damn.
Okay.
What's the thing
Yeah,
on D&D
the router's
Beyond
in the office.
you need to do?
That's our combat.
I'm gonna play the little T-Rex until it fixes itself.
The T-Rex game is fun.
It's very fun.
I just wish that they made it like the
So-
meme where you get bigger and bigger and you become like a Godzilla. Like, I wish that was an actual functionality of the game.
Oh, that'd be cute.
I have no idea why the hell they did it, but that was also an entire episode for an Oni Plays. They just did the could not connect to the internet dinosaur game.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
hilarious.
Fair. Not surprised. You can. It's a. I mean, it's a real basic runner, but like it is still a runner video game. Like,
But it was just like one of those, out of like all the games they could have possibly, played, they went with can't connect to the internet.
yeah. I can't say I haven't turned off my internet before just so I can play it. I know there's a way you can play it offline, but that's easier.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. My laptop
She's
still
back.
isn't working. I don't know why. It's just refusing to connect.
Is it just beyond this not connecting, or is all of it not connecting?
The internet just says no internet. Like, it's connected, but there's no internet. But clearly I have internet because I'm still on here.
Right.
I'm assuming you restarted the laptop already.
I did.
Okay.
But as I was saying, the like wireless chip in it may have like burnt
Yeah.
out or something, because I've had that happen before too.
Better fucking not.
That would suck ass to have happened all of a sudden at a moment like this, but
No, then I suppose I'd ask, how old is your laptop?
I got it a year or two ago.
Wow.
that shouldn't be a
Well, I mean,
thing then.
that's what happened with
Go
my
ahead.
tower. Was like the wireless component went out like pretty quickly.
Jesus, I had the same before I had this PC. I had the same laptop for like 5 to a decade.
Oh, I had my last
And it
laptop for 10
never-
years and it never had a
Yeah,
problem.
like there were like battery issues with it. It was a Dell laptop. I feel like all of them have battery issues like that. But besides that, yeah, that's fucking wild.
hmm I guess I will be attempting to use my PC for it. I'm still like, you guys can still hear me and see me clearly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
now
can.
it's barely working on my computer.
Huh.
I don't know if the stream is just taking up too much power or something.
It could be because remember you did up your bit rate.
Oh, yeah. Like, Discord isn't even showing up. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, Discord is not showing up. Nothing is showing up. How am I still streaming, though? Like, am I still streaming?
I don't know. Let me
We
check
still-
for you.
I mean, I see you on his Twitch still.
Oh.
Oh,
Huh.
I guess we just found out.
guess
Yeah.
that was the that was the downward. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't my fault, at least. If anything, Twitch yells at me because it says my bitrate is too high sometimes.
So I guess at this point,
What-
the solution is need faster internet.
What a perfect session one.
Mm-hmm.
Pray to the IT gods or the furry gods. Either one, they're the same gods.
I was about to say it's the same thing.
We shall beseech the Omnisire.
If you can hear, I don't know if she can hear us. Could she hear us right now? I don't think she could if she's not in the Discord.
Also, Nate,
Not a
I like
first
how
show
on
without some jitters.
my stream, your Discord icon is just taking up her spot.
Oh,
Yeah, I see that.
Pigeons is.
All right, Drew. So, what episode is Giuseppe trying to get into someone's pants?
So here's the thing: canonically, in universe, he already has 3 partners. So, who's to say? I'm not sure if I'm looking to add more. There's always the rogue chance that one of them is present at some point. Ones to keep an eye out for is an orcish man, a vampire man. Who was the third partner? Oh, it's a cryptid.
Is it the
Her
fucking
name is
Mothman?
Allison. Consider it's Moth Woman. And I'm not even fucking joking. Her name is Lepidopter Allison.
Is it just bad that I knew what cryptid it was in the first place?
Listen, I have gone on record as saying that I'm more of a goat sucker man, but I love Mothman. Full body. Project Blue Book is everything.
I thought I lost my D4 for a second.
Your foot would find it at night.
No, it wouldn't.
The captain sleeps in boots.
What do you mean sleeps?
On a Lego.
The captain.
I literally did not.
On the...
I literally did not sleep Friday.
That's not good. You should sleep.
It was. I agree. It was not good, but I could not sleep, and then I got a migraine. Because for some reason my body just refuses to sleep sometimes, and I don't like it.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I forgot the whole insomnia thing. My bad.
So, you know, I did a clean 38 hours.
Nice.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, sorry, awake. My bad. I thought you meant like a stream. For my brain.
No, he slept for 38 hours straight.
God. There's sometimes I wish I could.
Weird way to describe coma.
Listen, if it gets me sleep, I'll fucking take a coma.
I'd like a coma light to go, please.
Yeah, I think the longest I've been up would be about a Majora's length time.
3 days.
Yeah. I don't understand how I was up for 3 days straight, and I hated it.
Yeah.
Mom did one of those at the church one time. Literally had to carry her out of the building.
Yeah, I've done 2 days, and that's a lot.
And it was mostly because I had to change my sleep schedule for work. Uh, that was unfortunately an awful idea. Okay, he's gonna restart their router. And then maybe, just maybe, something can happen.
You're gonna be the one that saves me. I was a little late, but
Take your Wonderwall and
Wait.
shove it.
Oh,
thank
I've
you.
it,
I figured at least you would get it.
it was one
I
of those
took a
like
second there,
Oh,
but
my brain was like recognizing it, and I felt like a small tinge of rage like boiling in the back of my head, and I couldn't understand
Yep.
why.
no,
Hey,
for
that's
me
why-
it was I heard your. It took my brain a couple seconds because I heard your line, and I too had that because my brain was repeating Wonderwall in the deepest recesses, and my brain was like, "Wait, no, I know that. What are the next lyrics?" And I just had to. It took a second to remember what they were.
You better
fucking-
watch yourself, fool. I'll be coming out of my cage and doing just fine.
I say I fucking hate that song. I fucking hate Champagne Supernova. They're the same
Is that a
fucking
Chapel
song.
Roan?
See, you know what's funny is when that. So anyway, here's Wonderwall meme first started like kicking up around like I think it was like 2012, 2013, something like that. At a cast party, one of the like, if you're putting them in terms of like A list, B list, C list, you got to remember this is a 2,000 person high school. This is not a small town high school. This is a 2,000 person high school.
God
So
damn.
I can separate the tiers of people in our theater department
No
from A list,
locations.
B list, and C list from their like popularity and stuff. Not like talent, just pure popularity. It was one of the B list guys, underclassman B list dude, but he literally brought his acoustic guitar. This is like, mind you, in the last 2 years of that theater department, he is the like 8th guy to learn acoustic guitar at this point. And so it has been done 1,000 times. And he literally does, and he starts playing Wonder. And
Oh, that's so
it was-
cringe.
it was so rough. It was hard for me not to just laugh and break it. But yeah, it was fucking hilarious, man. Like it was it's like this can't be real. This is too like too ironic for this not to be
No,
fucking planned or something.
it's
but,
high school. It's just
But
massive
yeah,
cringe.
it's just high school cringe, and yeah, having like 2,000 people in your school, the trickle down effects of people getting into certain hobbies or interests because certain people are starting to do them and they're cool, and it was so there's so many things like that. What's funny too is all of that acoustic guitar nonsense. I'm pretty sure was started by my brother, who like had picked up acoustic guitar when he was in like grade school and is admittedly fairly good at it, and played his guitar around that high school so much he was known as Guitar Guy, and I was recognized purely because they knew because he would just play in the halls.
I have like a I'd say at least a fairly decent guitar. You know, it was like $600-800 guitar.
Not bad.
I can't play that shit. My
My
hand.
fingies are too small.
Well, I have like the long, gangly hands, and this one is built for like playing metal, so it has a slimmer neck to like get my fingers wrapped
Ah.
around it easier. I still can't.
Bless.
Sorry,
Are we back?
we start our router and everything. It was a pain in the
But did it fix everything though?
yes.
We are
Even
so
the laptop?
back.
I think no. That was a yes. Yeah, like one by one, all of our devices just started disconnecting.
It's so weird.
Jesus.
I've
Yeah.
never
That Wi-Fi was
I've never
like,
heard or
actively
seen
receding.
anything like that anymore. It's
Mhm.
just like,
nope,
all
sorry,
right,
I can't anymore. I can't.
peace. I'm out.
Yeah, I
The new guy
I
quit.
don't even know.
There we go.
There he is, fading into the bush, Homer Simpson style.
Sorry, now I have to reset my OBS.
Ow. I smacked myself in the back of the head.
You know,
Good thing-
theoretically, you could use theater technology to actually do a Homer Bush phase. So there's these things called I don't know if you were a. I'm sorry, I might be preaching to the choir. I don't know if you were a theater kid. Were you one?
Oh yeah.
Me? Yeah, we both.
All
were.
right, so you guys know like scrims, right?
What?
The curtains.
Trying to remember. Yeah.
They're the curtains
Yeah.
that are kind of two-way mirror, one-way mirror kind of idea. Where if you
Mhm.
shine light from one side, it's opaque, but if you shine light from the other, you can see through, so you can suddenly black out things and stuff by just shifting the lights. You could
Mhm.
theoretically use that in front of a web camera with a green one,
Mhm.
and you would be able to theoretically like do that shift of lighting in the same time as you like Homer GIF overlay on the green. And theoretically, I don't know if this would actually.
It would
it's,
be something that would work so much easier doing it in like editing
oh yeah, no, there's
than trying
probably
to
an
do it
editing feature
live.
that you could do it. Yeah. No, I just my brain connected the dots there, and I was like, ooh, hey, that technology could be used if you wanted to do it like that. But there's probably an app or program that can just do that for you and edit you out.
Holy shit, it's
Entirely
working.
valid.
Okay, I have to set up one thing and then we can get back to it. Okay.
All right.
I was
I
about
do
to
this from
sneeze,
my
but then it just
computer, but
left.
not phone.
Hate
My
this.
ear is itchy.
I can feel it. It's like crawling in there. The sneeze. It almost happened, and then it just didn't.
Ow.
And I
God
can feel it.
damn it. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I got my thing up that I needed. Get my notes up.
Beaches.
Where were? Okay. That part. Pull this up. It up. Sorry, I have a lot of to go through. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Who's ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Please don't sue us, Nickelodeon.
Actually, it'd be Viacom.
Okay, ready?
Did like Viacom
3,
own Nickelodeon, or did they
2,
just own SpongeBob?
1.
Oh.
Streaming now. Technical difficulties aside, we are back. Oh, that took way too long to fix. Okay. So, where we last left off, y'all are in this town of Belmare, and you are trying to get to Elswood. You have heard of a carriage that will take you there at midnight. And, speaking of carriages, it is time for that carriage to arrive. You all stand at the edge of Belmare, looking out on a worn path ahead of you. A single lamp lights the way post. It only lights up part of the darkness, however, there are still shadows all over the place. Tall trees surround this trail, and it is ready for the carriage to come take you away. The carriage eventually rolls around. See a dim light off in the distance on this trail, and it seems to be going towards you very fast. However, it slows down just in time to. It's a very simple carriage, pulled by two horses. The driver appears to be an elvish man, hunched over, with a long, thin white goatee, wearing very ragged clothes, a ragged old hat that covers his face.
Do I smell anything off of him?
What are you trying to smell?
Anything off? Undead,
Perception.
rotting flesh. $18, so a 21.
He smells like nothing. Like just air. All you can smell.
He is probably. It's not quite a full growl, but like it's the very like unsettled animal kind of rumbling coming from him a little bit as he's just staring at this thing that shouldn't be there, but he can see it.
Jaden typing. Are there any other reactions to the appearance of this carriage? Jaden asks, would Memento recognize the certain sense if he's spiritual? Ooh. Let me have you check out one. I would say investigation.
She rolled an 8.
Oof, an 8. You can't really tell. He just seems kind of weird. Just like off.
Sneeze
Says
came back.
Memento studies him, unsure if he's a spirit that for some reason others can see, or if her mind is playing tricks. Will look down at you all and just with a smooth motion wave you all to board the carriage. Jaden says Memento gets on. No hesitation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gray
Craig's got
looks
places
over
to be.
as she immediately hops on and is just still locked on the thing as he walks over, still just locked eyes with it in whatever it is. As he walks around and follows in behind, making scooch up back right near the back by Val, and is kind of like his hand isn't on her shoulder, but like it's leaning against the back of the carriage, and it's like there just in case, like if he needs to grab her, but he is just looking at this thing and trying to just keep a watch on it.
Yeah, Craig follows. He's got places to be and people to rescue, so he climbs up
Alright.
a little bit carefully because he's small and dense.
Any other reactions?
I think Giuseppe would just climb in the carriage.
Okay. You have all
Crusade.
boarded the carriage. It takes its sweet time getting started, but snap of his whip, suddenly you're speeding down this mountain trail, going up, higher and higher. The trees around you become denser and denser, thick pine with fleshes of fern beneath them. However, after a few hours of travel, it seems that things are starting to look more dead.
Oh shit, we're Darkest Dungeon now.
Oh God.
Trees have fallen and they look rotten, partially dead. There's almost no underbrush whatsoever. And eventually you make it to a small clearing in the mountain. And the driver stops. He dismounts from his seat and walks silently into the woods.
Alright, so he has to take a leak, right?
Gray is just following him as long as he physically can with his eyesight.
It doesn't take long for him to disappear into the darkness. And not too long after he does that, a thick fog starts to roll in.
He grabs onto Val's shoulder and just starts looking around, smelling the air, see if there's anything he can catch.
Perception check?
Uh, 11.
All you smell is just the decay around of the forest.
Hmm.
It won't take long before you begin to hear strange noises in the woods. Jaden says, Memento's ears wiggle a bit, tuning to the odd sound. I would like perception checks from all of you.
Okay.
Doki.
Dirty 20.
11.
4.
17.
Nice. Ooh, 17 from Jaden as well. If you rolled above a 10, hear the howling of wolves slowly creep.
I would like to dismount the carriage and get down on all fours. And I would like to growl back at the noises.
Jesus.
Make an intimidation check.
Gray's gonna actually, seeing that, stand and walk over and kind of hunch down near him and join in. as a way of adding to it. So if I could roll or give
Okay,
him
so
advantage,
either
I
both
don't
of you
know.
roll or one of you gets advantage. You guys pick.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay. I don't love that one.
If it was an
Is it-
intimidation where I could bullshit my way into using strength instead of charisma, I could probably do it, but I don't think this one counts as a strength intimidation.
I got 15.
A 15. Okay. You hear the growling return back to you from the wolves that are creeping closer and closer.
Gray just says danger.
So at this point, something's clearly going on. So Crank stands up in the cart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you go towards the window of the cart, then you will be able to hear the wolves growling. Jaden says, Memento waves her hand and casts minor illusion, creating the roar of a lion. Ooh. Clever.
That's a good use of that.
Make an intimidation check. Or I guess they would have to roll to see if it's an illusion, right?
Oh yeah, presumably. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I keep typing on the wrong keyboard.
Huh.
All right. Investigation for all illusions. Yes. Okay. Okay. What is your DC? 13 DC. Okay, so we got bulleted. My hair's getting caught in the green screen. Okay. So you kind of see two of the wolves in the fog kind of scurrying away. You just see the tails running back into the woods. However, you see a few more creeping closer on the other side of the carriage. And I need you
Do
guys.
I see this from where I am? That's good. Okay.
Yes, you would all be able to tell that they're coming all sides. And I need you to roll initiative.
Oh, snap. It's a 13 for
Oof.
me.
That's a
Got it.
22.
Ayo!
I got a 4.
Shoves him out of the way and says me first. I like your style, mister.
So I'm a 9.
Let's see. Who got the 22?
I did. Crank.
Okay.
Frank Muskank?
And
No.
Ian, you got a 9?
I got 9, yeah.
Okay, so you and Jaden. Okay.
I think he's still just locked in the intimidation growl currently.
That out of the way.
Also
okay.
love that you
Crank
initiated
Handle, you are
that,
first to
Drew.
react.
Do we
Well,
have a battle
he
map?
wears a
Yes,
he wears
actually.
a wolf skin for his hat.
That's fair. Yeah, I had forgotten about that. No, that's fair.
Let me get it pulled up real quick.
It's actually a fairly decent tactic for a guy made of bones. If he comes across wolves, like that's pretty solid.
It's a very Princess Mononoke approach.
I figured you were gonna go the full Minecraft approach and cower inside.
no. He does have a point.
You are made of bone. That is a chew toy.
They sure can try.
I was about to say I think my logic stun locked him.
Gray very well might.
I had to
Just-
suss
Also-
out what exactly you meant.
Also,
You
Ian and
forgot
Fishy, did
that-
you get into the Roll20 thing?
Oh,
I'm putting the battle map up right about
I
now. There we go.
I was about to say I see the battle map is ready, which means
Say what?
I can do
think I meant to do that a while ago. Didn't.
that.
What am I click
That
where?
link was in general, right?
Yes, I did post a link in general.
Hell yeah! I got everything working somehow.
Whoa. Purchase. God, those horses are huge. Okay.
Those are oxen, I think. Actually,
Oh, they're supposed to be horses, but
Of course, as I don't see the horns on them.
oh yeah.
okay, there we go. I'm not the best Roll20 user, so we're gonna have to make do. Okay, so are you guys able to add assets to this, or
I don't believe so.
okay? So let's find some people. Got top couple. Okay. Trying to think. You guys can see the screen, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh no. Why, why is
It
he
broke-
on the? Oh,
It's so small.
I was about to say that's that. Why? That's so weird.
It's. Let me see if I can figure. Nope. Can't do
Because I
that.
thought you should have been able to make like little coins. And I feel like this also falls under part of the whole make sure we had everything figured out before we did all of this.
Yeah, well, D20's an enigma. Okay, so
You mean Roll20?
Roll20. Whatever, I'm tired. Okay. We'll just get that guy. Hi.
Hey, a
There's one.
token.
Token. Can you guys see Roll20?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay. Who wants to be the guy with the blue scarf?
Mm.
Sure.
don't know
That
if you guys-
that can be me if no one else is picking it. Or
Okay.
Well, I mean, are we not? Is that just our defaulting starting position?
You will be able to tell me where you want to start.
Okay, yeah, I'll be Mr. Blue Scarf.
Okay, cool. Where would you like to start?
I believe I would be at the back of the carriage since I was down on all fours growling.
Right there?
Yep.
Okay. Who wants to be this guy with the headband?
I will.
All right.
All right. And you just got out of the carriage?
I believe I'm still in the carriage, technically.
Okay. Right there. Guy with the yellow background.
I can go with that one.
Okay. And you're right next to Giuseppe.
Yeah, I'd be right next to Giuseppe. Yep.
Which one do you want, Jaden? We've got yellow background or gold background?
I
This
think
one?
she's pinging the.
Okay, yeah, you can
bottom one.
ping. Okay, yeah, cool. Where would you like to be? In the carriage, got it. Alright, this means this is Sabbath, and where would you like to be?
Probably just outside the carriage.
Okay, just right about here.
Yeah, that'll work.
Alright, cool. Here we go. The first to react is going to be Crank Handle, the auto gnome, which is right here. Okay?
Mhm.
You see wolves
Alright.
here, 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 and here. They're surrounding the carriage. I guess I. Nope, done. Okay. They're tiny wolves, apparently. You are surrounded by 4 wolves.
Mhm. I can see him.
Yep. What do you wish to do?
Okay, so Cranky's going to stay in the cart for now, and he's going to raise his right hand, and with an audible clanking, his right hand is going to rotate twice as the arms of a crossbow pop out of the sides of his arms.
Cool.
And he's going to deploy his hand crossbow, and let's see. If there are 5, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should be 25 feet, so that should be within range of his crossbow.
Mhm.
And he's going to take aim at the single one on the left side of the cart.
Okay, this one over here next to the horses, kind of like 20 feet away from the horses on the left.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Take your shot.
All right.
Flying.
Roll to attack. That is a 16.
A 16 does hit.
Okay.
All right, roll your damage.
That's full damage. That's 8 damage.
Nice. Did I just type? No. Okay, I keep going to the wrong keyboard since I have. All right, 8 damage. Yeah, you managed to hit the wolf right in the chest. Still standing, but it's very wobbly in its movements now. All right.
Oh, that's a tough wolf.
Up next, Giuseppe. You are on all fours, growling at wolves.
They had it coming.
They had it coming.
I think.
That chat. He
I think
think.
I'm. I think I'd just
Before
start
he
blasting.
lives.
All right, how do you blast? What are you blasting?
There's a home skillet to the right. I'd probably like position myself just around old uh Blue Man Group. And hurl out an Eldritch Blaster, you know.
I'm sorry, calling it Blue Man Group, that was golden. Okay, right about here?
He's more gray than blue, but I'm gonna give you that one.
Yeah, old Blueby. I'll move
He's
to
a
the
blue shade of gray.
Bluebee's
Blue
the name of my
Man.
fish. Okay.
Or
You're gonna blast the Eldritch Blast at the wolf.
yes, I are to blast.
You are to blast. Make your blast.
Oh. What's
my.
14 do?
A 14 does hit it.
Ayo! Alright. Roll the other dice. Well, that's a downright shame. It's gonna be a 1.
Yeah, you get
Just
it
a little
like
tickle.
in the paw, like you just it goes right over the paw and it kind of shaves off some
Zap.
hair. Sting.
Well, whoops.
Oh man. All right. Wolfie on the left is up next, and he is going to go. Actually, he's right here. 5, 10, 15, and he's going to start attacking. Whoa, get out of here. He's going to start attacking the horse.
Okay,
What a hoe.
good for him.
No, that's the bad guy.
It's a wolf. It needs food.
Yeah,
That's the only reason it's here.
He
That's the
manages to get a
bad
hold of
wolf.
the horse's leg and starts
Just a horse.
trying to pull at it. The horses
What
are
the
going
fuck?
nuts. They are panicked right now, and you might lose your carriage.
Gray said he's cool to walk anyway.
He'll carry you.
You joke, but he would.
We'll see you in a couple days.
All right, Wolfie number 2 is going to move 5 feet, and he's going to attack Gray.
Bring it.
So anyway, I started biting.
So anyway, start a bite. All right. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Gee, I wonder.
No.
You're a dirty 20 than a nat one.
Exactly.
So he's going to do. What is that? Oh, okay. He's going to do 5 damage as he bites into your arm and starts shaking it.
Okay. Gray kind of holds it as steady as he can as he fights with it. Growl far more pronounced now.
And
Dare I say
speaking
it's
of
a
Gray,
snarl.
it is your turn.
Ooh.
Bite it back.
Sadly, I can't do that yet. Well, I mean, I could. It just wouldn't be super effective.
I was about to say, it'd just be an unarmed strike.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna pull his arm free and step back a little bit to grab his axe from the cart, and then he's coming full swing to take a swing as he goes into a rage as a bonus action before doing so.
Ooh.
Let me, because he just got bit. He's mad.
Grumpy boy.
So I have not played a barbarian, but my knowledge of it, I have to reckless attack to have advantage on the attacks, but any strength check, so any strength based skill check, I have the advantage. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. But I don't think I have reckless attack yet. Yeah. I do not. But yeah, enter the rage, and then I am making my attack.
Okay.
That
Swing away.
A 17 to hit.
Does absolutely hit the wolf.
Fuck yeah. It's a D12 plus 3. Ooh, that's a 9. 12
9.
points of damage.
12 points. Yeah, you managed to cleave the wolf in half with your strength. As it's holding onto your arm, you just swing upwards through its stomach, split it in.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do in your turn?
He probably in that motion throws the half of probably like over the cart or something. Just in the swing of it, and is just a little bit coated in blood, but he kind of likes it. He's an animal. He likes to hunt.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I ain't judging.
He just went up against a wolf and killed it in one hit. Like he's feeling good about that.
Leave him alone. My man's in his
quite
element.
a lot with my Eldritch Blast. I would like to say.
Comparatively, that was a very big match.
I did a very large amount of damage to that wolf.
100%. You
That
killed
that
it.
one damage was the difference.
You might not have killed him with that if it hadn't been for me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my
It's
god.
true. I don't know how far off I was. So yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay. Jaden, where would you like to move? What would you like to do on your And then there is a wolf up next.
Yeah, so next turn I either have to take damage or deal damage. I mean, unless combat ends, in which case I guess I can get out of my reach.
Yes, you can see out the sides of the carriage there. This is like the only carriage I could find. It's made of wood though, so there's windows in the sides.
Yeah, I had previously imagined an uncovered carriage.
Yeah, it's covered. It's made of wood, but there's windows that you see out
Gotcha.
of.
I kind of figured it was like an old black gothic looking carriage.
Yeah, I kind of imagined the Skyrim carriage, but black.
It's a hearse.
Yeah, like I said, Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah,
Does have a dead body in it.
it do. It do have that.
Well, did. Currently, the dead body's outside of it.
It's growling
Growling.
at the wolves. Okay. Memento would look at the wolf and speak. You mangy mutt, piss off, using vicious mockery.
Ayo.
And you're attacking this wolf right over here, off to the right side of the horses, correct? Perfect. Alright. Vicious mockery is what sort of save for me? Wisdom save 13.
Oh,
Okay, got it.
Hopefully,
I
this
thought that
wolf
one
isn't
was a
too
charisma.
wise.
But I think they have halfway decent because perception, like sniffing and stuff.
He did saving. Unfortunately.
Do they still take half with vicious, or is that a?
I don't think they do with vicious mockery.
No.
I'm pretty sure because it's
Damn.
It's a
cantrip.
yes or no spell.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. I figured it was, but
The disadvantages it grants, though, sexy.
oh yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
a great one. I just haven't
Hence-
used it much myself, so.
Hence why it's a bit more of a hit or miss one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially as a cantrip.
Very fun though. Jaden says, sadly, that's all Memento can do. Would you like to move anywhere, or are you just staying put right now? Squishy Bart staying put. Good plan. Good plan. Stay in the cart. Got it. Okay. Okay. I have two mice right next to each other. Two keyboards right on top of each other. This is so confusing. Okay. So this wolf is up next. He's going to make a beeline for the horses. He is going to attack this horse. Let's see how much damage it does to this horse.
My name's
Why do I
Liz.
feel like it rolled a
I
natural 20?
love horses.
I did do that.
I thought that was brutal.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna explain
for
it
the neck.
again just for people watching. So we do brutal criticals, which means it is max damage possible plus whatever dice need to be rolled for the damage. So it gets kind of insane what you can do. So that will be...
Oh, yeah, technically that would have actually been my previous attack on that wolf would have been 14. I forgot to add my rage damage, but
You
I
killed
killed it
You
anyway.
cleaved it
Yeah,
in half.
it was unnecessary. I just realized that again in the.
You're good. You're
Yeah.
good.
Still, I
So
think Drew's
this
1 damage
wolf-
was what got it killed. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
We gotta at least
That's
make him
some
feel
warlocks-
useful.
That's some warlocks building up other warlocks attitude right there, and I love to see it.
Yep.
So this wolf will lunge at the horse's throat and get it right in the jugular and just rip out its throat. The horse falls dead.
It's a flesh wound.
Never-ending story vibes.
It's just a flesh wound.
Sabbath
that's only good
Black,
for the glue
you are
factory.
up.
Jeez.
One of them rolled worse than a 4. Damn, that's
Yes.
a shitty wolf. You know what? I'm gonna leave this all up to chance, and by that I mean I'm not gonna let it up to chance at all. Actually, I can see the horse or the wolf attacking the other horse, right?
You are this guy, right? The
the one
golden background?
kind of standing outside.
Yeah. There is a cart in the way. You would have to go to the other side of the cart. Or you could get in the cart and look outside.
All right. That'll probably be the best thing to do. Like just on the other side of Crank.
Okay. Right over here.
Up one.
One. Okay.
Yes.
you're
And
gonna-
then from there, I'm going to use Magic Missile, sending 1 to the wolf on the left and 2 to the wolf that just killed the other horse.
Get out of here. Okay, so 1 and 2, go ahead and roll your damage.
Cast. 2 for the first one. 4 for the second hit. And 3 for the third hit. So 2 and 7.
Yep. Got it. Alright, yeah, the magic missiles go flying and shoot the wolves right in the chest. Knock them back. Anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Because I can't add extra damage to those.
So you're good?
Yeah, I just said
Okay.
I was good.
Oh, okay. So, the final Wolfie is going to come and he's going to 5, 25, and he's going to start eating the horse. He's munching away. He's munching on that horse.
Gray, he's eating your dinner.
All right, Crank, you are up.
Okay. So the wolf I already shot has gone and attacked the horse. So, I'm gonna say, "Hey, cut that out!" And can I get through the front of the cart?
Yeah, you can stand where the driver was sitting.
All right.
Through, like a front window.
So I'm gonna go right there next to the wolf.
Okay.
That's not it. That's not me.
Oh no. There you go.
And I'm going to use my other weapon that I have. And so, Sabbath, at least, because he's in the cart, he's going to see Crank make a twist and a backward flex of his shoulder and a panel's going to pop open, and a bronze rod about 14 inches long is going to pop out of the back of his shoulder. And it's going to fly into the air and then expand into a quarterstaff.
Cool.
And Crank's going to catch it on the way back down, and he's going to use the quarterstaff to hit the wolf.
Okay, yeah, swing away at the wolf.
Bad
I
dog.
like it.
That is an 8, but I am going to use my Built for Success option, which means I can add a D4 to one attack, ability check, or saving throw after seeing the D20 roll before it's resolved. And so I'm going to roll that, and that will add a 3 to the 8, so that makes it 11.
You are just short of hitting the wolf. It flies over its head. The wolf manages
Aw,
to
damn.
duck, and you smack its ears a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Giuseppe, you're up.
All right. Let's yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna do pretty much what I did last time, but with feeling, and I'm going to pivot around the not blue man. And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast that wolf up yonder.
Which one? There's two.
The one that's closer?
Okay, bottom wolf.
Yeah.
Bottom wolf. Got
I'm
it.
going to but I'm using a different spell. I'm not gonna blast him.
Really?
I didn't feel like the blast did me any flavors. So this time I'm gonna use some of my mermaid magic to cast infestation. So I
Oh.
summon to me the power of mites and fleas and other parasites. And you gotta make a con save. It's a
Okay.
13.
I remember when Fishbone used that spell very cleverly.
He
in the
failed.
train station.
The wolf did?
The wolf failed.
Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna roll for some poison damage.
Okay.
Alright, that's not bad. It's gonna be 3.
Okay.
As mites and fleas and other parasites go for any open wounds that they can find. And because that causes some nonsense for him, I'm gonna roll a d4 and that old boy has to move 5 feet in that direction if able.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Okay.
2. So south. He has to come towards us.
All right. It was 5 feet or 10 feet.
5.
Okay, so he moves 1 square down. All
And
right.
that
Will that be all?
is my turn.
He's got fleas now.
He does have fleas now.
Dirty, dirty boy. So this wolf that is on Crank Handle will make his attack towards you. He's gonna bite metal, which probably won't end well for him, but we'll see how it goes. Does a 13 hit you?
No, I have an AC of 15.
Ah. Yeah. He grabs your
So
arm,
is
but
it-
because you're metal, nothing happens.
Biting me, is he now grappled with me?
No, it's just a bite attack.
Okay, just
He
checking.
just bites you. Okay. Greg, you're up.
Back, you've lost an arm.
It's okay. It's being used to pet a kitten.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I guess
valid.
actually currently she's
Uh,
licking my finger.
Aw.
Yeah, Gray's gonna run over to the one that has fleas now.
Okay.
Oh no, he's gonna get fleas.
He's making a swing. Sorry, I got the window again. That would be 14.
14? 14 will hit.
Sweet. 12 again. Okay. 14 damage.
Jesus Christ.
The 9 plus the 3 from the strength and then the 2 from the rage.
All right, cool. Yeah. So you run up to this wolf, hammer above your head, and you chop down and you cleave its skull open. All
Death by
right.
fleas, what a way to go.
Yeah. Those
Yes,
fleas.
the fleas got him.
Yep. All right. Memento, you are up. Are you going to move out here?
Hmm.
Saw the character move, but I don't know if they're here.
I'm pretty sure she's probably just thinking.
That's
Yeah.
also fair.
You got this. One of them, or actually, I think both of them are bloody.
No.
Both of them are bloody.
Are they? I didn't think the first one had been attacked.
Yeah, the one on the right
This
we
one up here?
never hit.
I'm pretty sure someone hit
Er-
this one, and it was the one down here that hadn't been hit.
No, yeah, that's right. Because that was the one that got hit by the 2 magic missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one down below had the flu.
Okay.
I too thought that top one was uninjured, but
He's
that
the one that
sounds
ripped the
right.
neck out of the horse.
Yeah.
He got hit with the magic missiles.
Magic missiles get you through the day.
All right. Memento locks eyes with the northern wolf. Damn mongrel, roll over and die. Whew. So you're attacking this
Is
one
this
right
the
here?
mockery that is vicious?
Is this vicious mockery, or is this another fantastical spell? Mocking. Got it. Okay.
Just gonna huck Los Cascarones at it.
All right, wisdom save. I'm sorry to say that he has succeeded. Save. Cannot speak English. Sorry, no. He
If these
succeeded.
wolves could read, they'd be real upset.
Exactly my point. Is there anything else you would like to do, Jaden? Oh, nothing else she can do. I'm so sorry. It is a rough night. All right. Here, we got Wolfie number Bleh is going to make a run at the closest person to him, which is Gray. And he is going to make a bite attack.
Do it. Fucking do it.
Oh, he's doing it.
Uh-oh.
He's doing it with a natural 20.
Oh, good god damn it.
Hey,
Oof.
you have resistance right now.
Oh, yeah, I do. And that is just going to be a straight up piercing, I think. That's fair.
Yep, it is piercing damage. So that'll be 15 piercing damage to you.
Is that the total before the half?
That is the total amount of damage, so all of the damage he can do maximum plus the roll.
Okay, so then I only take
Yeah, you need to
rounded
have it
up, so 8
rounded down.
or round down.
I was about to say, I thought
7?
it was rounded
Okay.
down.
7.
I couldn't remember. But yeah, 7 points. He's looking pretty rough. He is bleeding a lot.
We'll
But
probably
he
get
is.
an
But he's
artery
not
in your
dead.
leg.
Yeah, he is not dead yet. God
He'll
damn,
get an
let me-
artery in your leg or something. It's looking rough, dude. All right.
Yeah, he's got some blood trailing. down
Sabbath
there.
Black, you are up.
All right, this wolf that's been cheating with its rolls, I'm gonna need it to make a DC 13 charisma roll.
The one attacking Gray.
Yes.
DC 13 charisma. Okay.
I don't think
He
wolves have-
succeeds by a lot.
Jeez.
Well. All right. That spell does nothing else after that.
What spell was it?
Hellfire.
Okay. Yep. Succeeded on his saving throw. Top of the round, we got Crankhandle. You've got one Wolfie on you. It's looking very rough, but he's still trying for it.
Well, nothing to it but to do it. So I'm gonna shout, "Sit down, dog!" And I'm gonna swing my quarterstaff again.
I love Crankhandle.
Okay, and I'm a bit frustrated this time, so I'm going to use my second built for success to add a d4 to my attack,
Okay.
which adds a 1 to 11, which gets me 12.
You're so close, but no cigar. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
goddamn. Fucking kind of armor class these wolves got.
It's just high dexterity.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you
That's okay.
swing again, and the wolf kind of like wobbles to the side a little bit, trying to dodge it. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Giuseppe, you're up.
All right. I is Memento short enough that I can cast over her?
You were the same size.
I think raw, you can aim through allies, right? I was pretty sure, so long as, like if it wasn't like an object or an enemy.
I think it
you
depends on the
could-
spell. If it's like an area of effect spell, you need careful casting.
It will
That's
not be
fair,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay,
if
cool.
it's just
Then
like a straight attack, then it shouldn't.
I'm gonna look at that one that's up on Gray's Bibness and hit it with the old Eldritch Blasterito.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast Dorito.
Yep, it's the
Ooh, I love
new
that
A new flavor.
new flavor from
Tonka.
yup. Hey, yeah, those are some numbers. How's an 8 look?
Castable. You hit the dead horse.
I was about to say you hit the dead horse.
Well, whoops.
At least you
His
didn't hit the
body
live
just kinda,
one.
like shuffles to the
Whoa,
side. a little
whoa,
bit
whoa!
horse.
Nice shooting, Tex.
All right. Anything else you would like to do?
I mean, yeah, I think that's good for me.
Okay, cool. This wolf right here is going to make an attack at Crankhandle. They are still locked in battle, unable to do damage to each other, apparently.
A robot and a wolf. The perfect competitors.
You said your AC was a 13 or a 15?
Mine's 15.
Okay, no, nothing happens. He lunges for you, and you dodge to the side for him.
I loved the silent damn it. Because it cut out again right when you did it, but I could
I
clearly...
whispered
No,
I
I was
whispered
about
it.
to say
Oh, gotcha.
it was a whispered one.
Yeah, I was mouthing it, yeah. Okay, well, that wolf's done. Okay, great, you're up.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 guesses on what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah? Is one of them...
Jesus, that
being
rolled a
spooky song?
lot, and I mean, it was about time that it happened. I did just kill 2 of them in one shot, back to back. I rolled a natural.
A
Yeah,
natural what?
1.
Oh, time to get the
Yeah.
percentage done.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, I swing wide, and I probably hit the cart.
I hope you don't hit your own leg.
Not Memento and I having to dodge whatever he just hucked.
You swing your axe, and it goes over the wolf and into the wheel of the cart.
Yep.
Now, a couple of the spokes of the wheel are broken in half.
Yep.
Is there
With my
anything else?
positioning there, yeah, no, I figured it.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Narratively, he probably swung wide because he's lost a lot of blood. And so he probably just makes a very like a wounded animal kind of a roar scream deal in that attack, but pulls it and is just wobbling there a little bit and is looking at the thing and is trying to right himself, but yeah, he's lost a lot. But he did take damage. It was wait, let me read that again. I don't know if
I will say, Jaden, you are up next.
okay, so it's not damage. It's only if I've attacked, and I did attack, so I just missed.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're good. I'm still in my rage.
Okay. All right. You are up. You want to move behind Gray? Bard powers activate.
I totally didn't pocket the healer into my backstory for this reason.
Okay. Memento places her hand on Gray's back and tells him to focus hard. Okay. All right. Friendship.
Pops an addy in his mouth.
Jesus.
Your wounds.
No. Crushes
All
it up
right.
and puts it into the wounds.
Oh no.
Right into the bloodstream.
Oh no.
Gives Gray a Zen.
$11 HP.
Oh,
Nice.
fuck yes. That
Damn.
gets me 1 under max.
Oh man.
Fucking
All that
beautiful.
wolves' hard
Thank
work
you.
for nothing.
Until it rolls its third crit in a row.
He looks over and
Yeah.
growls with like a grin of, oh, I'm back into this. 'Cause, yeah, he's feeling like they just started the fight again. Whew. Thank you.
All right. Anything else you would like to do, Jaden?
At 3 hit points. That was at 3 hit points.
Yeah, you were looking rough. I didn't quite roll max damage. I've seen that happen once, and that was insane.
Yeah, had it not been for the rage, I would have easily, because I had already lost 5. Like, that first hit did a decent chunk.
Set on standby. Memento casting this magic, her horns shift a few colors, blinking from red to green, then purple, then settling back on black. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. anything else you would like to do? Any movement, bonus actions, anything like that? All right, cool. That is all for Memento's turn. Up next is Wolfie Boy. Seeing the heal, he's going to try to attack even more now. All right, time to get out those percentage die.
Oh.
It rebounded to the other spectrum.
Yep. Like, it was about time that it flipped to the others
Oh my
for
god.
everyone. So, which just means Drew's next turn, he's gonna get to blow one up in a massive explosion. It'd be great.
Unfortunately, nothing happens. Nothing exciting happens. The wolf just misses. He lunges for you, and he's also
I like the thing with
very
the new
wounded right
strength.
now.
He just kind of grabs him by the groin, like right there at the chest, and just kind of holds him back and pushes him back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Sabbath Black, you are up.
Yeah, I heard that Wolf had an order placed on Amazon for an Eldritch Blast.
The one on Gray or the one on Crank?
The one on Gray, and it was a nat 1. Are you
All
shitting me?
time for the
How is there so many just 1s and 20s in this?
You have
These
luck
Eldritch
die.
Blasts ain't Eldritch Blasting like they used to. That's all I'm saying.
Right?
I remember back in my day, we used to blast these puppies for miles.
Right?
Nothing happens. You simply miss the wolf, but you miss it by quite a bit. You hit the dead horse again.
This wolf's got some maneuvers.
Oh damn, that curves then. It's like a full arc.
Okay. Let's
Too much
see.
It's
spin
from
on it.
swinging my arms.
Yep.
Up
You
next,
did not, in
Crank
fact, curve the
Handle.
blast.
Curveball.
Alright, Crank, I believe in you.
Okay,
You got this, Crank.
so question.
Yes.
Since I have my crossbow built into my arm, does that mean when I use unarmed fighting that I am, in fact, unarmed, or is it still count as armed?
I would say if it's put away, then it would be unarmed.
Okay. That's fine. Then I will swing again with the quarterstaff.
All right.
That, good grief, that's 12.
I'm so sorry.
This is such a painful first encounter.
And it's just those two
I-
over there.
And I've had worse though.
Yeah. Okay, so is there anything else you would like to do, Crank Handle?
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay. Giuseppe, you're up.
Alright. Let's get serious out here. Let's get real serious. Let's buckle down.
He
Let's
understands
bear
now.
down for finals.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna blast Eldridgely. This time with at least 3 to 5 feelings.
Blasts Eldridgely.
Okay.
Mama needs a new pair of boots. How are we feeling on a 16?
That does hit.
Let's go!
All right, just don't roll a 1 again.
It's ogre for these fools.
Are you hitting the
Right.
one on Gray?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's
Big money, no whammy. Big money, no whammy. Big money, no whammy. Ew! Let's hear it for a 6.
Nice.
That's
How do
a
you
little
kill
bit
the
better
wolf?
than a 1.
How do you kill the wolf?
So it's force damage, so I like to think that I essentially Fusrodod the motherfucker.
Yeah.
I hit him with like concussion of air that just ragdolls the motherfucker back a little bit.
Yeah, he flies probably about 15 feet. His neck is now broken, and his body is bloodied all over the ground.
Roll a percentage dice. If it's 100, it clips with the cart and the floor and gets launched into the air like a Bethesda game.
Unfortunately, it was a 34.
Damn.
We're
For the
living in a
king, for the dog,
simulation.
for the fish of Siren.
All right.
He said ragdolled, and I immediately thought Skyrim. So
All right, the wolf on crank handle's turn. Let's see if one of them can attack the other. Nope, not today.
Oh my
AC,
god.
AC attrition, I like it.
Well, I'll tell you what. As this wolf sees that all of its companions are dead, he's going to
All my
start to
friends are
try to
dead.
turn and flee. You can take an attack of opportunity, crank handle.
Okay. Let's see. I'll
Uno
swing again.
reverse.
That's a 19.
You hit the wolf!
Hey.
You finally hit the wolf!
All right. And I do 4 damage.
How do you do it?
Or say that better have killed that motherfucker.
It had 1 health left. This whole time.
Oh, nice.
I fucking knew it.
It had 1
Love
health,
that.
and you guys just kept swinging over each other.
So the wolf tries to turn away, and in something of an uncharacteristic fit of anger, you're not getting away, darn varmint. And I swing straight down, and I flatten it like a cartoon character.
Yeah, you smash its spinal cord. Its legs crumble beneath it. As this robot just uses all of its strength like a hydraulic press on this fucking wolf. And all of the wolves have been defeated.
Yay.
Yay.
I love that.
You know, I'm so mad that wolf succeeded the DC check on Hellfire because I had a whole little bit set up for killing it.
Sorry, man. The way
I was
she
gonna
goes.
sing Hellfire from Quasimodo or
I
Hunchback of
don't
Notre
like
Dame.
this
The next monster.
All right. For 7
I was about to say,
Oh
are
my
we
God.
also gonna
Sure.
wrap this up in a bit since it's
Yeah.
quite a bit after we were supposed to end it?
Yeah. I didn't know if you guys wanted to keep going late just because we had to start late, or if you wanted to end it at the same time.
I'm okay with 11, but I don't know when. I can't remember what agreed upon end was.
I was say
Is everyone
typically
okay
we
with
were
11,
doing
or-
6 to 10 because I do have work in the morning.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah. I mean, we can stop there. It's after a combat. I
Mhm.
will say, after your exhausting battle, suddenly you hear footsteps. And you see your driver approaching the carriage once again, his arm bloody. But he doesn't seem to notice. He walks up to the carriage, casts a spell, and the wheels snap back into place. Boards it, and motions join. And that
Wait,
is
what's the
where
horse
we will
doing?
end it. Huh?
What's the dead horse doing?
It's laying like a dead horse.
So it's still hitched up and everything?
Nah, he'll unhitch it. Thank you for
Okay.
Yeah, he unhitches the horse.
Oh, I was waiting for some sort of necromancy spell.
Yeah, I was about to say I kind of wanted to see
Yeah, I
the
thought
horse like
or were you just
control,
gonna drag the
wanted
dead horse
to?
along?
get back up like
Here,
a fucking zombie. I assumed it.
Let's let the die decide. All right. Yeah. Yeah, he'll go up and he'll place a hand on the horse, and suddenly you see its flesh start to meld together. And it slowly rises from the ground. Its eyes look different now. They're sort of a deep red color. And it
My-
still has missing hair from its wound.
Giuseppe couldn't have given two shits about those horses when they got on the carriage, but now he is utterly happy to go toward that horse. Like, he's like, "Oh my god, look at the horsey!" And just like sprints up to him. Couldn't have given two shits about the living horse.
Living
But the
horse?
second
No.
it stopped
That's
being
what-
living, he
that-
was like, "Oh my god, look at him!" He starts
Oh my
petting
God.
him, giving him
It's a-
little
it's a horse.
kisses.
It's like it wasn't a horse until it was undead.
Yeah. Once it's a
Wait, does that
zombie
mean
horse,
we're not people until we die to you? Do you not see us as people until we die?
I see
No, he
you
sees us as people.
very-
He just doesn't see us as interesting people.
that's
Fair.
fair.
Amen. You have really interesting.
Except for
skin
maybe
suits
me,
on your
because I'm
skeletons.
also a warlock.
I bet I have a very interesting skeleton too. I'm sure it looks weird.
I'll be excited to see it soon. What?
Oh no. I think that's where we're gonna end it
Oh,
tonight.
Jesus.
Thank you for
Wait till
everyone
level
who
3.
joined
I'll
us.
show you.
This was a lot
Oh.
of fun. I will make sure my work schedule actually says 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, whatever I work next week, instead of having to push it back an hour, cuz that was ridiculous. Very upsetting. Okay. And with that, I say good night to you all and have
Good
a
night,
wonderful
everybody.
evening.
Good night, chat.
Good night,
Mhm.
chat. We
Good night,
love you.
chat.
We love you.
Good night.